Hey, happy crafters. I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations and clicked it over to live chat. That way, instead of remembering about, 40 minutes in. How are you guys doing? I hope you're having a very happy, crafty quarantine. Let me make sure my sound's off. It is not. Sorry for the loud in your ear just now. Hey, Pro Pool. We're doing really well. I've had a bit of a hectic morning, but that's just life. Hey, C Kitty. Hey, Daniel. How's it going? Leonardo, Alexandria, Lindy, Lisa. Hey, guys. So
for half a second, I was like, "You're just saying names now. Those aren't real."
Right? No real names for sure. Let me get this pulled up on the tablet. Thanks, Daniel. Hey, Courtney. We're doing really well. I'm gonna mess about with the tripod just a little bit because I'm plugged in on the other side of the room. So, I don't have to be plugged in right this minute. Oh, I can't get it unplugged. There it goes. Instead of having the charging cord at like high tension tightrope.
Oh, did you?
Hey, Sandy.
Cord? Huh? Did you need more cord?
It was fine whenever I had it set up the way that it was, but I'm sitting at 100, so we'll deal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What are we doing today? We're doing all sorts of crap today. Sorry. Hey, Nick. Hey, Linda. Hey, Zoe. Hey, Christy. I'm just having dinner, so can't talk just yet. We got you, Daniel. Hey, Mandy. We're very happy to be doing well. We did not go into the post office this morning because there have been, last we heard, 2 confirmed cases in our town. In Old Carthage. And ain't nobody wearing face masks. We're watching these people. So we're just staying home. So it's like, I can see you from my house. You're outside without a face mask on. I'm not going out there. Ooh, Connie says, I'm wondering if there is a trick to making wires match when holding a cab in a wire wrap. Mine are always cattywampus. I don't know what it means, but I love it. Do you mean like mirror imaging on both sides of the piece, or like, I'm not sure how you mean, but it's just, honestly, wire can just be really fiddly. Sometimes you just have to like really smush the heck out of it. Hey, Joe. Danielle says, thanks for the Discord notification. Totally would have missed you otherwise. That's a big thank you to Daniel for posting that. That really means the world to us that he does that for us. Melissa says, hey, just got out of the hospital, tested for Rona. I'm happy to say that I'm negative, but I had complications with my asthma. I'm doing better now. I'm glad you're doing better and that you ain't got no Rona. All right, Manai. Honestly, all of our resin videos are a complete and total nightmare. So thank you everybody for ever watching one of our videos, because they are just kind of rough. If you guys have any questions for me, be sure to do the @ and then Yvonne Williams, just like how Melissa just did. It actually highlights, like on my screen, it highlights it in orange, which really helps me to be like, oh, I need to read this. So if you feel like I'm missing your comments and stuff, just do that a bunch. So today we are officially up to 169 beads on Aria. That's our itchy Sam dog. What's that noise you just did? Are you okay?
It's 169.
Oh, yeah. But in our 1,000 bead project. So we still have a ways to go, because I had told myself I am not buying a new torch until I've made 1,000 beads on my hothead. And that's not including the head pins. They have to be like beads, which is complicating it because I made a bunch of head pins. Let me go grab them so I can show you guys. Oh, hush puppies. The mailman's not even out there yet. You're just preemptively barking.
You're about an hour and a half early.
Yep. Okay, so these are the head pins that we've been making. And let me actually, Bev says, hey everyone, does this mean that it's Tuesday this whole time?
It does.
I think it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, let me flip the camera around because, nope, that didn't even work. Okay. Because now you can see some of the colors of these. Are you able to turn your vibrate off, or is that me?
That's me.
Okay. But yeah, so some of these that look black when I'm showing it on the flipped cam are actually just a super deep purple. Purple, says Randy. Um, so I'm really, 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 really excited to be making these bad boys. And we have some that I'm learning about some of the different glass that we use, like this one, whenever it's encased, is actually like a very deep violet, but in the kiln, it almost looks hematite colored whenever it comes out. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I love it. So hope I get some of those pins. Right, Teresa? I'm going to try to get a ton of them made. And I can make them, but getting them to be the same shape and size is really hard. So they might just be like drops for like a focal point for now, or like maybe sister not twins earrings or something, but there's a whole lot of, and so hopefully we'll be making, I mean, just bucket loads more of these because they are pretty quick and they're a ton of fun. Thank you, Daniel. I'm glad you like my eyeshadow. It makes me feel fancy, I suppose. Lisa says, I'm taking a break from doing calculations of medications used intravenously. Oh, goodness. I just said it and I need a break. Aisha says, hello, how are you doing? Hey, Aisha, we're doing great. Hey, Allison, love to see you doing this. I'm still working, so have to leave, but hi, everyone. Mwah. We've missed you, Allison. Have a great day. Stay safe. Have a happy crafty quarantine. So I'm going to be taking some...
I thought I turned the vibrator off.
Let me check and make sure that it's not... It startles the crap out of me every time. I'm going to be taking some beads off the mandrel and hanging out with y'all while we do that because it's pretty super chill. And I don't know about you guys, but I could use some chill. Things have been pretty hectic. Just prepping up for Patreon and trying to track. You okay?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to track our international shipments, which that's something that we haven't decided yet if we're going to be just downright holding on to packages or refunding international orders or what for April's Patreon. We don't know yet. So we'll see. But this is also a great opportunity, I think, for you guys to meet our beads individually. Just oohing and gnawing at the bead prawn. So this is what they look like when they come out of the kiln, and I've put them into soak in just some regular water in like a mason jar. I try to be careful to not let our bead release go down the sink because I don't want to risk it settling and re-cementing in our pipes. So I'm just doing this in a little dish, and then I toss it into the driveway where I could use all the grit and gravel I can get. So long as there's no like broken glass or anything. But I'm gonna grab with my pliers and twist and pull. There's one bead, and I'm actually just gonna leave that sitting there to soak. And now this mandrel's ready to use for another bead. Marie says shipping restrictions seem to be letting up. Right on. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear, but that's something that's been kind of stressing us out, and we've had folks who have been just wonderfully patient and kind, just trying to track down everything. And
yeah, hopefully our Canadian folks will get their packages soon.
Yeah.
I have no idea why, but they had to go to Florida first.
And then not just going to Florida and like sit, but like bounce around Florida for a little bit.
Only 13 times.
You say that, and he's not exaggerating, though, you guys. Hey, Christy, we're doing great.
But they've made their way to New York last we checked.
So. Yeah. Well, we haven't checked yet today, though. They might go back to Florida.
Don't put that on me.
All the nuts roll to Florida. Good thing I like nuts. Not weird, though. Anyways. So, yeah, this is just pulling... Still looking for your Discord link. If you type !Discord, it should take you to, like, it should show the link in the chat. Weebly's been doing fantastically for us. We had some complications with PayPal purchases on our Weebly not lining up with our actual inventory. Like if somebody started a PayPal cart, like or started a cart and then tried to pay with PayPal and it didn't go through, it would just automatic like it would treat it like okay, that thing's been purchased, even though it wasn't. So we just removed PayPal off the thing until we can muster up the gusto to get that taken care of. And Callie and I were playing Tiger King, and she got me. I can't hold it against her, though. You can't blame a tiger for being a tiger, even if it's just a little domesticated version. Gosh, Randy. Mm-hmm. So I guess I should do a better job of actually showing you guys the beads as we take them off. So I've been practicing just trying to get single swipe shaping. Like I'm trying to get better at doing just practicing with spacer beads and getting all of the shape right on the first go, which is difficult, but it's helping because this was my most recent batch and I did 26 beads, which is the most I've ever done in a sit down, and I'm pretty happy with all of them. And I'm fitting some head pins. Callie branded me as her own. Well, she was aiming for the stick and she overshot it. Jenny Vonk says, I can't wait until shipping is okay again. You hold on to them. And whatever we end up doing, Jenny, we'll be doing across the board, so we aren't going to be holding some people's and then sending others.
No, that would be madness.
Yeah, we have no way to keep track of that. So we shall see, and we'll keep you guys notified. Which that's something too that if you guys want to put your payments on hold until this stuff gets sorted out,
that would be 100% fine.
Yeah, like we don't take it personally at all when people modify or change or delete their tiers, because it's y'all are just hanging out with us, and that's the most we could ever ask for.
How's the face?
How's the face? What are you talking about? Did somebody say that?
Yeah.
How's your face day? Oh, I understand. I'm sorry. We watched Ant-Man last night, and out of context. Anyways, my face is doing a lot better. I think I am going to have to get a heat shield, because my eyesight's pretty bad, so I catch myself when I'm getting super intense, interested in a bead, like not zooming in, but like just getting my face all up in its business, and getting like a torch burn on my face, and also just sitting next to the kiln has been really I'm just getting like heat burn left and right. That, and I did go outside without sunblock on for about 5 minutes. So that's a possibility as well.
Did you make those? Did you make those?
I did. And we'll be getting a closer look at these once I get them off the mandrels. You haven't missed us making beads, Lydia. We've just been doing a whole bunch. Is that a
hey guys,
slowpoke?
Did you hear that bats are yummy and
Oh no, Internet Explorer just sent us a message saying, hey, be careful. There's a pandemic in China. Late to the party. Hey, Lydia. Mary Hart says, I'm so excited for you on those beads. Are you supposed to cook? Are you supposed to cook yourself in the process? Are you okay? I am okay. I just have super sensitive skin, and I was fine for like the first 5 days. But apparently a combination of 5 days over the torch, getting a little bit of a sunburn outside, and then torching for an additional like 2 more days. I just needed to take a day off. So that's what today is, maybe. But my face is feeling a lot better. I just need to let the sunburn heal. The white stuff on the rod, Danielle, is bead release. I actually use, let me grab it. I'll show you. So far I have used 2 bead releases, and these are very similar in concept to like Kiln Wash. I really love the Sludge Ultra. Absolutely love it. This stuff, Gosh, it's almost more frustrating than it is useful. So I don't know if I would recommend that. This came with the kit that was gifted to me, but I don't know if I just let it sit too long or something, but it has as just as much tendency to crumble as it does to actually stick to the rod. Whereas same exact technique I've been using with the Sludge Ultra, and this stuff is just perfect. But it keeps the glass from sticking to the metal, because if you do this without the bead release, then your glass is just going to stick to your metal basically forever. Um,
Now you did add water to the.
I did add a little bit of water to the dip and go sludge, but I never added anything to the easy bead. So I don't think I did anything wrong with that. Um, but it's just like a crumbly clay a little bit. Bulbous. Hey Rhonda, so brain not working today, so I can't holler out to you. I still saw your comment. Um, Bev says, so this is why you're training Randy at the glass too. if you burns, he gets to play bead maker. Randy actually has no interest in doing torchwork, but he is very good and pretty interested, I think, in doing the fused glass.
That's something I'm comfortable doing.
He says he's comfortable doing it. So, because I mean, this was being a crafty hermit was my dream. Randy just wanted to be his own boss, and now we both work for the cat. So, well, worked out pretty well, I think, all things considered. Now we have 2 cats. Do what?
There's a merger.
There was a merger in companies.
Twice as many
Ooh, Brenda says, "Is BB Craft a good place to order from?" I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude, but I hate not knowing it has problems. I don't think that's rude to ask the advice of other crafters and stuff. I've personally never purchased from them, so I have no idea. My best advice when buying from a new company, like either one that's just up and coming or one that you have not purchased from before, is to just kind of keep a low expectation and place a small order. That way, and also be mindful there is a pandemic going on. So if shipping takes a while or, something, have mercy. We are but small business owners. So, um, sorry, I'm trying to. Which Patreon box would include these beads and head pins once you start shipping them out? That would be our $20 and up kits.
Not anytime soon.
It probably, yeah, not this month and probably not in May, but maybe in June we might have enough beads to be able to send. Because like right now, I have no idea what to charge for these beads, what to sell them for, what their value is, and I don't want people to be like, seriously, I got one bead in my kit and that was it.
Well, you get a lot more stuff.
Well, you do get other stuff too, but there's always somebody who's unhappy, and I'm just trying to kind of preemptively mitigate that, which is a losing battle. But hey, Taylor. But yeah, that would be either our wire wrapping or dealer's choice. The more you pledge, typically you get around the same amount of wire, but you get more of the handmade beads and polymer clay cabs and fused glass and laser cut stuff. So I hope that makes sense. If you wear a real torch shielded face cover, you bake mean sweat to death. Yeah, and that's, well, they have these kind of blast shields that you attach to the backside of your torch that can kind of, you can see through it, but it does make a little bit of a shield, and it keeps the glass from, if you pop a rod or a bead or something, it doesn't fly into your face.
Your garden updates will be over on your other channel.
Yeah. Sorry, I think I'm behind on Oof, oh, that's rough, Mary, with the jalapenos. It's like a helmet with a shield. Yeah, no, that I would die. I would sweat to death. Mandy says we work for our 3 cats. That makes sense.
Oh, you are behind.
I am, yeah. Have you been working on your garden this year? If you have, I'd love to see an update. Hey, Laura, we will be posting garden updates over on the vlog. I've just been so tied up in learning a new thing and obsessing that I haven't really I haven't really been making much any videos, honestly. I've gotten a lot of stuff shot, but I just haven't had a chance to sit down and edit. Um, Daniel says, I'd say start the glass beads when everything is settled and back to normal so they aren't going to be stuck somewhere and potentially lost. That's a good point, Daniel. Manaya says, or Dragon's Gem says, if it helps give a starting point, we sell Lampert beads similar to yours for $4 each at Argentina Bead Company. Right on, and that is a pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of. I've been searching around on Etsy and seeing what comparable beads are sold for, and I've seen anywhere from like $4 to $30 for stuff that it's like. But I'm also very much a beginner, and so there might be something in one of the $30 beads that I don't recognize, like a silvered glass or a dichro or something that really ups the cost to produce. Teresa says, "Will there be a giveaway today? If so, where do we comment? Since we commented last Tuesday for the Pride Icon."
Speaking of that, do we just do it on Tuesdays again?
I was just gonna do it on Tuesdays again, keep it regular. If Salty Mama wins again, then she has been smiled upon by the crafting gods.
I don't know. Is there like a you can't win twice in a row kind of rule?
We've never made any rules like that before, and it's honestly it's random. So.
That's true.
A lot of beaders order from BD Craft, and if you're in the US, they have a warehouse there and ship from the US. So the beaders saying they seem to be pretty happy with stuff. Right on, Soleil. Lindy asked, did you end up making the video about treating copper wire? I remember on February there's talk of that. There was talk of that, and I had shot it, and then CSL or CLS Designs came out with a very good tutorial on the exact same subject, and I was like, everybody just go watch her stuff. So hashtag lazy. How many beads have you made so far? If you have been obsessing for the past few days. In the past 9 days, I've gotten 169 beads made, and that, and it's not including all the head pins and that's 169 that survived. I had a couple crack the first couple of days, because I wasn't moving them from the torch to the kiln fast enough. Oh, so pretty. So I've been spending like 5 to 6 hours a day at the torch. But I love it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like I put on some music and I like it because even though it's like 6 hours at the torch, it takes me about 10 to 20 minutes to make a bead. Or to finish a mandrel if I'm doing like 3 beads on it. And so I'll do a mandrel and then to let my torch cool down and let my canister heat back up, because if my canister of MAP gas kept icing on me, icing up, and then once it gets too cold, the air pressure goes down way far. So I'll take like a 5 or 10 minute break. So I do some yoga or some push-ups, or I go out and like see the chickens, or I go snuggle Randy for a minute, or oftentimes I've been like dancing around the house just with my earbuds in, listening to music. So that's been a lot of fun. To be getting work done, but also fitting in like happy dancy time. Ooh, right on, Marie. I'm glad that's helpful to you. Some companies offer monthly subscription kits. If you want to look into doing that, I would tell you to go to Open Orchid channel on YouTube, unboxing of the kits. Right on. We're one of those companies that offers monthly subscription kits. So I'm going through just with some bead reamers, and cleaning out that little hole. Don't edit. If we can all cope with lives, we don't need edited sensibleness. I have to edit, because otherwise I spend the next, at this point it's been 3 to 5 years on some videos, and if I leave something in or leave something out, or then I hear about it in the comments from forever. And that drives me absolutely insane. Do it, Randy?
From about 400 people.
From about 400 people telling me, hey, you farted in this pot. And it's like, what? No, I didn't. This is a dog, I promise. But no, it's
With my chair.
Right? It gives me confidence in my work whenever I edit it and I do my best. Like if I do anything less than my best, then whenever people start nitpicking my videos, it tears me down. Like I do not hold up well to criticism whenever I know that I half-assed something. Whereas if I tried my best, I can be like, look, I tried my best. I don't know what you want from me. Whereas if it's genuinely, could you have done better? Which, honestly, there's never a time in my life that I've ever been like, yeah, I could have done better, because I'm just a butthole to myself, I suppose. Um, but yeah, so that's why I have to edit, is because it's the only way that I live with myself.
Did you upload your guitar music?
I haven't uploaded my guitar music. I'm a bad person. I keep meaning to do that. Randy, will you put that on today's to-do list?
What?
Uploading the guitar music. If you just write it down for me. My hands are all soggy. I don't know. In the text messages between each other.
Fine.
I get my dreads from Alice Dreads and oh shoot, like two other companies, but I can't remember their names off the top of my head. Handmade glass beads are expensive. Don't cheat yourself on. I'll keep that in mind, Lydia.
You gotta catch up.
I do, but I'm trying to read all the ones that have the app. Sarah D says, "Do you have a playlist of your music?" I think on I don't know on Spotify. I just listen to their daily mixes. They do a pretty good job of reading me. Um, hey boop. Mistress, hey Mistress says, "Hello, my husband and I have been watching you for weeks, subscribed, and have bought your recommended supplies and are making chainmail jewelry now." Ooh, right on. Are you enjoying it? Are all of those purple or gray? These are purple. Some of them came out kind of gray looking though. Um, Dreads by Vaughn on Instagram? I don't know. If it's by Vaughn, it's not me, it's somebody else. Dreads by Holly is one of the places I purchased from. I don't know. Anywhere that sells wool dreads, I've bought and tried them. I've also made some of my own. Yeah, and I'm going to be unveiling them to you as we clean them. Close your eyes posts and don't allow comments. And Marie, we've considered that, but honestly, for as much as the Turd Fergusons get to me, I've made friends with all of y'all. Like that's where our community, that's where the seeds of our community sprout and start to grow is in the comment section. So I'm not gonna shut something down just because I get butt hurt like 3 times a day by somebody being rude. So that's a me problem, not a. I'm not gonna stop everybody from being able to contribute just because I take stuff too personally. But yeah, so this one is just a purple translucent spacer bead, I guess they're called. Ah. Are you talking about CLS designs? Oh, I'm so glad, Mistress. It's a lot of fun. It's a slippery slope of addiction. Ooh, what's your advice about piecing together different colors of leather to give the applique effect? It's never enough to just use glue. I have found if you want the piece to last a long time, do a little bit of stitching as well, even if it's just like a base stitch in select areas, but your stuff's going to hold up a million times longer um, if you sew it as well. Um, this is a big ass bead, see kitty. This is actually the biggest bead I have ever made. And this pushed the limits of what my torch was able. I could not heat it through enough to get it to actually round out perfectly the way that I wanted. So this is one of the things where I was like, I need a different torch. I've been looking at a Bethlehem Alpha. Oof, looks so good. But yeah, I wanted to test and see how chunky of a bead I could make. And this one took me like 40 minutes. In the last like 20 was, I promise you, just trying to get it to heat up and round out. Because like I couldn't even get it soft enough to use my marver to like squish it. They're bubbles, Alyssa. I've been experimenting. Where'd it go? I've been experimenting with adding bubbles. And I absolutely love it. Look at those little bubbles. Hello, little bubbles. But yeah, absolutely love making beads. Oh. But yeah, I wanted to get a little bit of like a vortex effect. And it's just, y'all, this is so much fun. And lampware glass has been so intimidating to me like my whole life. But now that I'm actually doing it, I'm like, This isn't that hard. Do what?
This is so bad.
This is not so bad. Like, it's intimidating, and you do have to be mindful and careful because it is fire, and we are made of meat and very flammable. We add the bubbles by, like, this piece here. Might not be a very good example. Let me get the little crud cleaned out. Yeah, Katrina, your tip on using the bead reamers, so much better. Like, best thing. Oh my god. Sorry, I watched the video and my hand's going so fast. And whenever it was like, chunka, chunka, chunka. Anyways. Super suggestive. No, but it's, you gotta be quick. Fire, fire, burn, burn. Yeah, no, for sure. Okay. So on this bead, you might be able to see that there are little spots that we put on it. This one I actually encased, which gives it a lot of depth, like encased it in clear. But maybe there's one that doesn't. Did I not? I've been so into adding bubbles, I've just been putting bubbles in literally everything. Okay, so whenever you've added the spot, you use your tungsten pick and bloop, like smush it in. Not whenever the whole bead is soupy, but you just heat up that one. Do you guys want a demonstration? Because I can show y'all, maybe. No, because then I'll have to heat the kiln up. I told myself I'd take a bead, or take a break from making beads.
You can show out the window.
Yeah, I want to focus on one thing at a time and get through this. Okay, we'll see. Because I was going to try to, like, today was, I was either going to do just a bunch of head pins all day, or, yeah, I don't think I'm going to take a break today. My face will be fine. But I was going to move into the realm of pinks, but I have a lot of purple shorts that need used up. But yeah, so on each of them, I'd just poke in with my pick and then heat up a generous glob of clear and then cap it. Because if this is the surface of the glass, whenever you press in with the pick, it pushes down. And then if you cap with the glass, it traps that air bubble right there. Thanks, Lydia. I'm glad that you like them. But I love this little guy. Like, I was trying them not just in line with each other.
This little guy.
Yeah, I missed that one. The bubble didn't set. I've never made a bead that I haven't loved, even if it's a horribly lumpy, lopsided, weird little spacer bead that I burnt. I'm like, I love you, little bead. Like the phrase "take a bead" for take a rest. Mary Hart says, at some point, I think it'd be fun to watch you make those as long as you can do it safely and keeping the phone camera out of the torch. I've actually shot a little bit of footage just experimenting, and I think we can do this pretty successfully. We got the ventilation system installed, which I'm very excited about. I tell you what, though, this hurts. Like, I know it's just a cat scratch, but it's healing, and every time I bend it, it's like all of my nerve endings. Freaking cat. I love her, but dang. Beads are becoming so popular now. Oh, are they? I'm more worried about Vaughn burning her hand or something if we type something that distracts her. And that's the thing, is that while I'm actually doing the torch work, I'm not going to be looking at the phone. I'm not going to be looking at the comments or anything. Yeah, I don't have any Neosporin. I've been putting vitamin E oil on it, but I think I'll put a bit more oil on. Oh, jeez, Randy. And Randy does a pretty good job of spotting me whenever I'm oh, that feels good. When I'm torching and recording, like, he lets me know my shoulder's in the way, or he'll move. Yeah, it's honestly, he just lets me do my thing and then just moves the camera around me. Gonna have to go to the Flame Studio ASAP to try that. Right? And I've been watching, I tried to memorize her name, but forgot. Is a wonderful Russian woman here on YouTube. Does some, it's still stiff though. Missing comments occasionally. Are you on top chat? No, I'm on live chat. I'm just having a hard time keeping up. And I'm trying to read all the ones that have the orange. If you guys put in the effort of typing out my name, I'm gonna pay extra special attention to that.
I got something new.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh, that helped a lot. I think your intro to the videos for Bead should have smoke and flames. Oh, that'd be cool, Lydia. Hey, Ashley. Those are both very good. It's no, she does lamp work glass. Let me see if I can actually find. Oh no, I hate that. It's like whenever the spoon falls into the mixing bowl.
I was gonna say cereal bowl.
Yeah, when the spoon falls into the cereal.
But I guess it's only when you use a mixing bowl as a
Yeah,
cereal bowl.
I've tried to stop using mixing bowls as cereal bowls. Okay, I'm just looking it up because her video was quite good. Corina Tettinger. Is the name. How to make a thin encased stringer. Corina Tettinger. She has amazing lampwork videos. Absolutely love them. There's another couple of ladies that I really like to watch, and gentlemen, here on YouTube for lampwork glass tutorials and stuff. I don't know if it's Tettinger or Tettinger or I don't know.
Well, if you guys were here for the Aridani episode, I have finished making scale bracelets in every color.
You have.
That's what I've been working on this week.
Randy's been busting them out like a pro. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Maria. I am. Or is it Mariah? I think that's Mariah. They say they can barely hear you, Randy.
Okay. You can repeat.
Randy says he is finished up making the scale bracelets. I am reaming out the bead release on these glass beads that we had made yesterday. This was actually yesterday's batch. Do what?
Just reaming it a new one.
Yep, reaming them a new one. Cat scratches do hurt. I was holding my kitten today and we came across next door dogs. My kitten left and gouged up 4 deep scratches in my hand. They do, and it's just, they hurt like, I mean, they're not the worst pain in the whole wide world, but as far as like stupid, shallow skin cuts go, cat scratches are like my least favorite because like paper cuts, as they start to heal, they're not as bad. I've even cut myself with my leather scissors, just snipped in like little flappy skin. That did not hurt as bad as this stinking thing. Oh. We do use pipe cleaners, but they're just not stiff enough, and they deteriorate rapidly once they get wet. And also some of them are a little too thick for the holes. But I like to store our beads on pipe cleaners. Ooh, this one was a lot of fun to make. Absolutely love. As soon as I get these guys cleaned up, we will go over to the torch, and makes me so happy. I just love looking at beads. We will go over to the torch. It is less than a year, Julie, until Camp Craft Along, and I'm really, really hoping to be able to have lamp-work glass beads and fused glass in all of the Craft Along kits for Camp Craft Along. Ooh, right on, Christy. Making a whole bunch of polymer clay cabs to sell. Good luck to you. Lindsay says, oh, I'm excited for Camp Craft Along too. Can't wait. Woo! Michael says, hi from New Jersey. Just started jewelry school. So excited. Right on. Where are you going for jewelry school? Oh, the bubbles look like owl faces. Yeah, whenever it's just the two of them, it does, doesn't it? I like that. Yeah, so far it looks like it's only going to be a few of us, but I think that'll be all right. Are you going to be doing any wire wrapping today? Maybe. Possibly. It's most of the projects on my workbench right now are in the middle of we're shooting videos about them. So I don't want to get too much done on any of them. How many spaces are left for camp? I think like 39 class spots left. We have not had a whole lot of we have not been pushing as there's been a pandemic on. I'm not going to try to get people to be like, hey, come spend money on this thing whenever I feel like it's like keep your heads down, stay at home, keep your groceries stocked, your medicine stocked, take care of yourself and your family right now. We've got the rest of the year.
What nail polish you got on today?
The nail polish I'm wearing today is brought to you by China Glaze. Do what?
Is a Reflection Pool by Sally Hansen?
No.
Oh, well, too bad.
That'd be a cute nail polish name, though. This is Deviantly. It is?
Yes.
Oh.
Someone asked if that's what it was.
Oh. I was like, where do you even find these words, Randy? Are you just channeling the internet? It is Deviantly Daring by China Glaze. And I like it. Excuse me. Not corona, just dying. Breathed in a whole bunch of cat hair. What is the suggested way to get from airport to Echo Bluff? That's a really good question. We don't know if car rental or RV rental or maybe a carpooling with other attendees. Like, we don't know yet.
I would suggest car rental.
Randy suggests car rental. Oh no! Been too bummed out to craft for the last few weeks. I hope you get to feeling better, Smashins. What's up? Penn Foster for now, then going to Academy of Art University in San Francisco. Wow, right on. Right on, Mariah. Ooh, oh, Eve, that would be so cool. It's a beautiful campground. Like, it's nestled right in the foot of the Ozark Mountains, so, like, you catch, like, it looks a lot like Eastern Tennessee, honestly. But, windier. Excuse me. Craft Kits Glass, $50 there. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Lydia.
Later, Nina.
Bye, Nina. Ooh, pharmacy technician. Very cool. This is Kathy. It's a bead reamer. So it's like a diamond file. This one's actually getting pretty worn out. It's almost smooth. But it's like a nail file, but just rounded, much finer grit than any of my round files, and they go quite small. When can you sign up for camp? You can go and do that right now at campcraft or craftalongcon.com, and then there's a page specifically for the Camp Craft Along. And I think right now you can book cabins, but you won't be able to book, oh, thank you, baby, campsites until 6 months prior to the event.
I couldn't remember if I had set one up for camping.
Mariah says, I taught myself how to sew with my tiny sewing machine since I've been stuck home. I started making book/tablet sleeves and trying to make masks. Right on. Very cool. Just thinking that felting stabbing was practice for what you're doing now. Right, Sparkies? And that's honestly, in the crafting world, like, we've actually had a lot of people comment about how quickly we're picking up lampwork glass. Excuse me, just a second. Excuse me.
You all right?
No, I hugged the cat before the live stream started, and then I just breathed in a whole bunch of fur. There's not a single craft I've ever learned or ever tried that hasn't contributed to the overarching database of crafty crap. I've always heard people say it's St. Louis, but I also say Illinois, and that drives people crazy. I think it's Illinois. But
I'll say it Arkansas. But
Randy says Arkansas instead of Arkansas. I believe St. Louis is how I've always heard people say it, but if you say something one way, people will always argue with you forever.
Pronounce this word, Kansas. Pronounce this word, Arkansas.
Arkansas. Nope. Got you, Lydia. Illinois is no S sound. And see, that's what everybody from Illinois says in all caps. No S sound, stop it. It's like y'all should be grateful that I can even read. Like I went to public school. Let's lower the bar. Um,
I grew up in the South.
we know it's Arkansas, Manaya.
It's Arkansas.
He's just a troll. Illinois, says Jim. Yeah, when I spell it out, when I write it out on paper, it's Arkansas or Arkansas. Because it's like Arkansas. Eh. Ooh, I really like that one. And I've been practicing with just encasing beads as well.
I say Fayetteville.
It's Fayetteville. If you say all the letters, it's Fayetteville. If you're from there, it's Fayetteville.
That's right.
Bev says, okay, one for you Americans. Explain why they're spelled the same way but don't sound the same. Kansas, Arkansas. I believe it's
because they were drunk when they named
no,
it.
it was the Native Americans like the different. It's like Tennessee, Mississippi. Like a lot of the state names came from the vocabulary of the natives in that area before they were displaced. And they don't really care about how English pronounces things. They're like, this is what it's called. This is how it sounds. So, yeah. Hey, Verdea. The French versus the Native Americans.
Wait, wasn't there all war about that?
Yeah, no, people live. Wooaville. I call it Louisville or Louisville. I don't freaking know. I just try to not talk to other humans as much as possible. So
North Nashville?
North Nashville. What's that? Kentucky?
Yeah.
North Nashville. Des Moines. Yeah, it's a fun one. Woo! Right on. So hoping next year does not have the same restrictions as this year. Yeah, for sure, y'all. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, that's another reason why I haven't really been pushing. Yeah, everybody go sign up for Camp Craft Along. Is because it's like, if we have to refund everybody because there's pandemic round 8.
Then it's better to have to do a few people than a lot.
Ladybug says the biggest town near me is Fayetteville, North Carolina. We pronounce it Fayetteville. That's the Fayetteville, Tennessee that Randy and I used to live in is Fayetteville as well.
It's also Fayetteville, Arkansas too.
Fayetteville, Arkansas. Randy, you're such a troll. I tried to go to Oregon once, but I got dysentery and died. Never made it. Camp Craft Along Hermits Unite, right? Your, yeah.
Hey, you.
So yeah, this is something that I like to just put on some YouTube videos or hang out with. Holy crap, 194 people. Y'all, not to be this way, but surely you have something better to do with your day than watch me do this to beads. And mispronounced city names. Painting mini mandalas and polymer clay crescent moons. Oh my gosh, Lucy, that sounds gorgeous. If you're on, if you're on Discord, post some pictures so we can see that. Like, nope, we have nothing better. Idaho. Idaho. No, wait, I meant that in a friendly way, though. Doing other stuff and watching you right on. I am going to have to say, I absolutely love getting to chit-chat and hang out with you guys. Oh, Danielle. Working from home while watching and listening to you guys. Very cool, Vicky. Aw, we love you too, Lydia. We are bored. Help us.
Clearly.
Clearly. Clean house or cook, and I don't want to.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, this is another one that it looks like hematite after it's been, which this one, let me see. And where you at, bead? This bead and the inside color of this bead are actually the same glass. I just don't know why it does that. I'm
Do you
learning.
know why some beads have silver and gold on the tip?
No?
Okay.
Like, to make them look pretty?
Yeah, do you know how they do that?
Mm. That's a whole nother process, doing the little beads. Um,
I will go for out.
oh, there we go. But yeah, this one too. That same purple, but encased in clear. Excuse me. Kizzy says just chilling after a good day in the garden. Ooh, right on.
Who says you don't call it a tennis?
Tennis. I got I got my stuff from the auction and I'm wearing one of the pieces and my hubs loves the chainmail bracelet. Oh, right on, Michelle. Christy says chatting with you all does make my week go better. Also don't feel so confined when I'm able to get in here and talk to y'all. For sure. Right, Jim? I really like it. Thank you. I think Santa sent these ones actually. Oh no. I wonder why Discord doesn't work for you, Galen. Probably scorched the glass. And seeing that's something that I was trying specifically not to do. Ponyta. Alan. Hey Lisa. I have a kitty cuddling with me. Oh, that's nice. Also, I hope this sound isn't like metal grating on glass to you guys. It just occurred to me that I kind of like this noise. That might just really, really Metatron. Yeah. And this is another one that if you catch it with the light going through it is actually just a super dark purple. We got a couple more beads. Ooh, I like this one. I love doing the dots. I can't or the bubbles. I can't wait to show you guys. Yeah, these are the lampwork glass beads that I've been making. This is batch 9 from day 9 because I cannot go Ashley. And they're a ton of fun to make too. Right on, Colleen. Ooh, Diane. That sounds nice.
Oh yeah.
What up?
We are doing a giveaway.
Oh yeah, we are. Oh my gosh, I've been doing this for an hour. Oh, my life. You guys been planting the garden, getting warmer here in Long Island? We have been. It's actually, we've had frosts these past couple of nights, and everything survived pretty well. I put marigolds out way sooner than I should have. But that's just me. I don't even know what that is. There's a big old piece of, like, get off me. There we go. Hey, Roz, how's it going? Keep chatting, then we don't focus on the noise. Ooh, is there a Dremel attachment that can make that easier for you? Probably, but also I feel like I would run the risk more of pinging beads and possibly shattering glass. Excuse me. Okay, and so all of this, you can kind of see there's all that crud in the bottom. Was there another bead in there? You gotta tell me if there is. Oh, that's true. Hey, Rachel in Connecticut.
Goodness, Ross.
Yeah, is everybody up holding up okay from the tornadoes and stuff? Like, y'all okay? Without this live stream, my days would all be running together. Oh no, Christy. Not to be this way, but like this is Randy and I's regular life, and without the live streams, we'd be like, "What day is it? Who cares? It's just time is a construct."
Basically.
Yep, it snowed really. Oof.
Where are you at?
What day is it? It is a Tuesday, Kathy. Okay. Do we have any more beads in here? Nope, just a bunch of filth. Cool. One more pass through. But yeah, that's all that bead release. And I just pour it on the driveway. As long as there's no like broken glass or anything. So I don't want it to go down the drain and settle and condense into like a really fine Um, oh, Bev. A really fine grit. Like, I can just see that making problems in the plumbing. So.
6.4 earthquake. What?
What? There was an earthquake too? Oh.
Freaking 2020 is like, write that down, write that down.
Write that down. Okay, so now this is what we use pipe cleaners for. And these are some stiff bristled pipe cleaners. I'd originally thought that I'd be able to just go through and like la 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 and it'd be clean. That is not the case. But I like these because I can put my beads on there and the tension of the stiff bristles keeps them from just rubbing shoulder to shoulder.
Where was this volcano?
There was a volcano? I don't, Jim, not yet. We've shot some tutorials or some videos so far, but I'm still learning, so I don't want to do like, I don't know.
Teach it wrong.
Yeah, I don't want to teach it wrong. Though honestly, I'm thinking I should just go ahead and do the video because if I'm doing something wrong, I'm sure some kind soul on the internet will let me know.
I'm sure that would be a thing.
But honest to goodness, though, I've learned a lot, like in the videos where I have like soldering and electroforming and stuff, showing how I'm doing it as I'm learning it. I've learned a lot from other people being like, maybe try this instead.
Outside.
Wow. 6.4 earthquakes. Oh, Yellowstone, calm down, baby. Would you like some hummingbird seed?
No, we don't need to grow
You can
hummingbirds.
grow hummingbirds from seed? Yes, Angie. Don't listen to Randy. Yes, we need it. Chernobyl's on fire?
Why?
What?
What did you do?
I didn't. It wasn't me, Randy. I promise. But yeah, I like being able to just kind of fit the beads right on here, and it holds them without their shoulders rubbing. Is there a reset button for 2020?
The last checkpoint, please.
The last checkpoint, yeah.
Just reload from the last checkpoint.
Okay. So yeah, and I'm just making a little bit of a chain. I was using scrap wire, but it gets difficult at a certain point to be able to add or take away beads, and I like to take them off and look at them. So just sliding them on. I think I want to do some macrame pieces. On Instagram, I follow Beads by Laura. Oh, I love her videos. Her recent post said she's been in like a funk, so she hasn't been posting videos, but I love watching her make beads. My child is still wound up. She's pulled her own chair to the corner.
Oh, man.
Self-discipline.
I'll put myself in the corner.
It's like she's just getting ready. Aw, thanks, Magic. There's a huge fire outside of Chernobyl that's causing radiation levels to go up in the area. This was last week sometime. It's always something, isn't it? It's one thing after another. You're gonna radiate it. Okay, so yeah, so now we go over to, you can see over here, maybe. That's a plant. Just let me shake the tripod like a whole bunch more. Give me just a minute. Yeah. Go leave a comment for the giveaway. Don't know what we're giving away yet. I'll have to go grab something.
I figured a bead.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm saving all the beads to do the final lineup. Yeah. And so now we have part of the curtain. Okay, what's in the giveaway pile for today?
Bacon seeds.
I have no bacon seeds. Ooh.
A head pin, since those don't count.
Ooh, maybe. I have like super boo-boo finger. Ouch. I don't have any bacon seeds though. The guys, my boo-boo hurts. I need like 3 days of bed rest. Les Okay, so for the giveaway, let us pick out meat curtain. Don't block me, I'm only kidding.
What?
I don't know, a meat curtain.
Oh.
Put peroxide on it? Maybe. It's healing and it's getting stiff, and I won't quit wiggling it around and putting stuff in it. Let me pick out 2 of the most matchinest head pins that we have. So those look kind of similar. They're the same color. That's a start. Those don't match very well. Oh boy. So those 2 are a candidate. Those 2 aren't even the same color. I don't know what I was thinking on that one. You 2? Nope. You're too big. Your head's all lopsided. And you're too small. Nope. Oof. Le grand. No, man, I am really bad at making these the same size. Actually, these 2, they look like hematite, but I think these might be the 2 closest. So we're gonna do these ones. Leave the comment on this past Tuesday's live stream. Do you have the post for that, Randy? Do it. That link that Randy just shared. And ooh, and this one is you have one of the batch from our very first laser cutting endeavors, and this little thingy here, and a little crescent moon cab, and 2 of our very first head pins. Ouch. And some little snowflake charms. I know it's out of season, but deal with it. It's free. Like, right on.
I want Lemore.
Lemore, yeah. So, if you would like a chance to win this, go leave a comment on the video that Daniel just shared and Randy shared earlier. What's that? Giving head pins away? Yup. Been having fun.
What do you do with it?
You can string other beads on it and make some like earrings or something. I haven't actually used these yet. I hope they work. Making resin heart cabs this week using colored inks to make swirlies. Ooh, loving it, but it seems very amateur compared to this. It's different mediums. There's people who work in lampwork glass who've never touched resin or like resin's scary. So it's like having dabbled in both, it's all just, you just got to do it. If you have the stuff for it, it's suddenly much easier. And that's the hard part about lampwork glass, it seems, is getting the stuff for it. Yeah, we'll actually do a little bit of a tutorial on using the head pins. I'll do these ones for me. Because they kind of match my my aesthetic today. Do it, Randy?
Yeah.
What'd you say? Okay, so last chance to go leave a comment. It's okay, everything's fine. Oh, that hurts so bad. Okay. Oh, last chance to leave a comment for the giveaway.
Keep saying that.
Life is pain.
Last. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Extra last chance. Oh, y'all ready for this?
From 103 to 128.
128 people. Good luck, y'all. Because we are at randomcommentpicker.com. Do you want me to flip it around so the camera sees it instead of us?
Okay.
I'm going to try that today. Think happy thoughts, think happy thoughts, think happy thoughts. I'm going to zoom in super far, though. Okay. So, y'all ready? Oh, and go. Charlotte Price. Ooh, what'd she say? It was great to actually finally catch a live stream since I've not caught one in nearly a year. Love you guys so much. You brighten my evenings. Keep doing what you're doing. You're both amazing and stay safe, guys. Charlotte, congratulations.
Good thing
you caught
the catch live streams.
if you will send me an email, Charlotte, to backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com with your screen name, your name, and where you'd like us to ship to, we will get this shipped off to you. If I don't hear back within like 30 days, it just goes back into the pot for giving away. That way, you got me a box, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, congratulations, Charlotte.
You're turning into Callie.
Can I have a cup of coffee?
Oh my.
Thank you. Could you post a link to where you got the bead release that you like so much? I got it on Amazon. It's just Sludge Ultra. Or I might have gotten it from Delphi Glass, but I think it's on Amazon. Let me write down Charlotte's. Ow. Maybe. It's actually, yeah, if you go to my backtoearthcreations.com/toolkit or do like excited mark toolkit here in the live stream. Ooh, y'all got coffee. You can go to we have a lamp working glass section that's showing like my setup from the start. What's today's date? The 14th? Y'all, this year is flying by. The year is a third of the way done. And I'm like, it was Christmas like 3 days ago. What are you guys talking about? My mom says she can't see your videos. I'm sorry. Yvette Gomez. They should be visible everywhere to everybody, so hopefully. But yeah, the year is straight up flying by. Let's go get the kiln heating up. Oh yeah! Okay, I still gotta get the kiln heating up because that takes like an hour to get to temperature. So, click button. We have electricity. Yes, electricity. And then the manual said that whenever it says idle, I click it and I go up one to user, and then I click this and it's program 1 because I don't do anything in this kiln except for temper beads or anneal beads. So at a rate of 1,000 degrees to 1,000 degrees, and I'm gonna hold this for like 6 hours. I'm terrified of what our electric bill is going to look like this month because I've been running my kiln every day. And so now what'll happen is whenever it hits the 5-hour mark, I'll stop making beads. I'll stop putting beads in and let them just soak for an hour and 15 minutes at temperature. And hold, I don't need that. So I just do 0 and then I start.
And it's on.
And it's on. And it's going to be clicking, and that's super annoying, but that's life now. So this is...
So what happened to your bike outside?
My bike?
Yeah.
What happened to it? Oh, it fell over. What must be what happened. We have ventilation, you guys. Eee! So, oh, and Randy got me armrests. Y'all, look at those things. But... you can kind of see, we'll just go around. We'll go around on the porch so you can see. Because I wanted to go outside. Okay. This way we can show them plants. Bar, it is cold out here. Plants. Cold plants. Plants. We bring them inside like every night. Okay. So. Sorry, the thing crashed. We need to refresh. But let me get my bike set up and then... Hey, kitty, where you at? I hear you. There you are. Oh, who's a good girl? I love you. Okay, so let me flip this around. Beep, boop. And this is our 1,060 square feet per minute fan. We still need to put the screen over this end, that way nothing gets in there. And then a noise reducer. It reduces from 12 inches to 8 inches. And then I need to pull more cord through so that we can straighten this out. but it still seems to be working pretty well. So that is our new ventilation system. I'm very, very, very excited about it. You want to come outside with me, Callie? You little gremlin? Look at her being a gremlin. Hey, gremlin. And I use pantyhose to hold my rose bush up because... Okay, so let's go get to work. And then here on the inside of the house, let me get some lights on. It's like super dark in here. Sorry, I was just remembering earlier. Lumos. I had gone up into Randy's room and opened up the curtains on the window and then just left. And he was like, "Really? I can't see the TV now." And I was like, "Ain't that better?" But I need a better way of blocking the hole on this because a lot of cold air is coming in from outside. But this is just the insulation foam that we had cut out. It's a start. Does the big end inside spin like a fan? Not the part that you can see. Oh my gosh, Lydia, thank you so much. Holy smokes. Coffee? Did I die and go to heaven? This is amazing.
Yes, boy.
Thank you. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Lydia. Yeah, Randy just went, damn. Yes, soon enough it will be hot summer air. Which is something that I think, I'm actually glad that I left some space here. We may be cutting another hole and then getting a duct splitter and having the fan suck through here and pull some heat off of the kiln. Actually, Randy, can you help me just real quick? I need to scooch the kiln over like 6 to 8 inches. Yeah. It burns my face. No, even just sitting there. Excuse me while I move all of these canisters, explosives.
This way?
Yeah, if we could. Okay.
Are you lifting or pushing?
Both?
Okay.
Mostly pushing though, I think. Okay, that looks perfect. And now I can move this. Right there. And Callie's outside the thingy. Yeah. I think it'll be alright. So yeah, let's make some lampwork glass stuff while the kiln gets up to temperature. I think I missed, or make some wire wrap stuff.
Okay.
Sorry, Randy looked very confused, and so I became confused also. I'll be right back, you guys. Give me just a sec.
What metal do you use to make headphones and put it on your toolbar?
I will show you guys. I have not added it to the toolkit yet because I wanted to. I don't know. I don't even know if they can hear me. I was answering the question to Randy like y'all could hear me. The metal that I use for the
On live chat?
No, I'm in top chat.
You need to be on live chat.
I'm in live chat. Sorry. The metal that we use is actually a marine grade. Let me get this stuff moved over here. Where'd it go? Marine grade stainless steel. It's in a 20 gauge. It is not in my toolkit yet because I hadn't tried it personally. Oh yeah, I'm in top chat. Now I'm in live chat again. Sorry, thank you guys. I don't know what I'd do without y'all, honestly. I just flail around and bump into crap. Even worse than what I do now. Not to be flashing cash, but we have some Lysol wipes from like a year and a half ago. So I was using it to prop the window open, and Randy was like, you know, that's like putting a stack of money in the window, right? She's a patron. Is that I'm not certain what would be going on. Maybe The only thing I imagine is maybe she hasn't been charged yet, but even then, I think it should be showing up. If you could, either you or her send me a message on Patreon, um,
Because people's names are
be,
often
because oftentimes email addresses and names and Patreon account names don't all line up,
YouTube names.
and YouTube names. And that way, yeah, send us a message and we will get back to you just instantly if we can. We'll be keeping an eye out for it. But yeah, that way we can get that taken care of. Big dollars. Yeah, well, it's with the marine grade, it can handle a temperature over like 2,000 degrees before it starts balling up. Because like if we used copper and I tried to heat the tip and put glass on it, the copper would just melt. It'd be like just liquid. At least with us, we will warn you, which might be the cause of you walking into the wall. That's fair. I write you off next year. Donations. That's. I appreciate that. Okay. Already my face is feeling very warm. I think I just get excitable. Actually, let me go grab the tripod and the other tripod, and I'll be right back. I had to move my blankie, so. Okay, let's get this flipped around.
What's your battery at?
Let me check. 63. I've got my cord and stuff over here. There we go. Getting everything plugged in because we're in for the long haul. We're going to be doing some lampwork glassing today. So I think will be a lot of fun. Yeah, the cat's staring. She wouldn't come inside with me though, so. What's that we're doing right now?
Wire wrapping.
Yep, we're fitting in a little bit of wire wrapping while the kiln's heating up. Metatron said, wow, there's just a legion of people out jogging.
Outside our window?
Yeah, well, I mean, not standing there, but like they just passed.
Huh. What is Patreon?
Patreon is a subscription service website that we use to peddle our craft along kits that we send out monthly, as well as to provide behind the scenes content and all sorts of different things. It's basically an avenue that if you guys like what we do and you want to support what we're doing, it's a way that you can do that.
There are a lot of different tiers that you can pick your patronage at.
Bunch of different tiers. And that's like the worst spot for like, that's my pulling spot on my thumb. Yep, that is a scarab. And these are the fused glass donuts that Randy and I had made before the world ended. And we couldn't go to Springfield anymore. Let me get this zoomed in just a little bit more. They are, Eve. They're wired to the donuts the exact same way that we do our bumblebees. Magic, I'm a big fan of self-stimulation. Economically, of course. So that's why we own our own business. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, so you can see we kind of wire wrapped. There, this one accidentally ripped his little arms off. What size shoe do you wear? So I can make you some comfy slippers. I wear a like between a 7 and an 8. Sometimes like I can wear a 7 wide or like an 8 narrower. So I usually just 7.5, I guess, would be the. I'm sorry, I'm incapable of answering questions directly. I broke this guy's little arms off on accident, so he's a little higher setting. And that is abalone shell.
Oh, what the crap?
What's up, babe?
My feet shortcut's not working.
Oh no. Feet? I think we took that off of there.
I reinstated it later.
Oh, okay. But this is what he looks like if he has his arms. But I actually like this one. But I thought it'd be a nice way to incorporate the purple and the abalone or abalone. And then I'm with the beads that we've made that kind of match these guys. Once I've reached my 1,000, I was gonna make necklaces. So, and I was gonna make some like honey colored beads as well for this. Bye, Sea Kitty. Thanks for hanging out. I'll click the link posted. Just trying to pay attention to live streams of another site. Gotcha, Ladybug. Right? What's up, honey? Mm. Oh, I do love coffee. I just like hot liquids with sugar and cream in them, honestly. Like tea, cocoa. Okay, so starting with I'm gonna do these two because I really like, I don't know. What's up?
Exclamation mark. Who's Randy?
Nice, Manaya. Oh boy. And that's something I can definitely say is folks on the internet enrich our life whether we want them to or not. So yeah, we mostly just have the 3 colors. This one's a little bit redder, but and not a one of these guys came out the same size. These two might be similar enough. I beg to differ with you, dear, but cream and sugar do not belong in tea. Hot tea. Though I do like some hot teas without the cream and sugar. And see, it's just this one's not as droopy as that one. So maybe those two? Those two are close enough. Good enough for government work. But all of our head pins have been annealed. So, ooh, they would be. Oh, that's a really good idea, Alyssa. I'm going to do these guys. Because I especially like the darker purples for earrings. Make earrings, they'll be on the other side of the head. No one will notice. That's fair. But whenever we did, Deb, we made these. I'll be showing you guys how I make them here in a little bit whenever the kiln gets heated up the rest of the way. Whenever we're selling our earrings, they're displayed side by side. And y'all would not believe how many people we've had. And I respect being very particular about if you have, if you really, really, really want your stuff to be perfectly symmetrical. But it's just, man, I carry a lot of damage. So I just try to make them match the best I can, I guess. So I'm going to say before it starts getting rude. To each their own. Honestly, so long as somebody's not like drinking it and then spitting into my mouth or something, like I don't care what you eat. Like I don't care what you drink. Like, well, and I care, but if I don't like it, that's none of my business. You're the one eating it and drinking it. Do what, Randy?
That's not your place.
Yep. Cool. So there is. So in the absolute simplest of terms. Holy crap, Lydia! Wow.
I know we can't refund those. Like we don't have.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much, Lydia. Do you have any special requests? She says, Shh. Holy smokes. Wow. Like, yeah. And any special requests for what beads we use on the purple ones? And that's fair, Mary. So yeah, very absolute simplest of terms. Gosh, I don't want to break this one. Where's one that I don't love as much? That way if I break it, oh gosh, don't splinter metal into my hand. Okay, this is not bad. I would not recommend actually bending this directly up next to the bead now that I am doing it. What's up, baby?
Nothing. What are you making?
Earrings?
Okay.
Why, what's up?
Okay. I'm just gonna watch.
Okie dokie. So yeah, I would recommend threading on some additional beads first. Bead caps would be amazing to incorporate with this. But I've got some little opalite beads just sitting here on my work surface. And their holes are too small for the wire. Okay. What are these beads? Oh, these are some little cuties. Right, Leslie? Ah! Lydia says sign my picture when I mail it. Holy crap. Okay. Dude, I'll put like little kissy marks on it too if you want me to. That's... Oof. I can smell and hear colors. That's amazing.
Is it just me or is the time really loud?
Is the time really loud? I am gonna grab a head or a bead cap. I like that as a transitional kind of thing. And I think I've got a whole bin of bead caps and stuff somewhere. Somewhere in this house. Here it is. Beep boop, beep beep boop, beep boop, beep beep boop. The next auction will be huh?
I want to say it's the 22nd.
It's either the no, it's the 24th, I believe.
It's next week.
Oh god, it's next week. I am not ready. Okay, I'm gonna do a copper with these big purple ones. Says, yay, I have that day off. I'm glad y'all are ready. I need to get stuff made. So these are pewter bead caps from Fire Mountain Gems. And when I bought these, like probably over a year ago at this point. Oh boy. Well, normally I would have saved the tag, but it was being difficult. Oh goodness. Good luck with moving. That can be really stressful, but also a lot of fun. So I hope it's as much fun and as little stress as possible. Okay, so and now you can see kind of the difference between bead cap and no bead cap. It just makes a nice little transition. And so for some super simple little earrings, let's see how these look on the other one actually. This is where we just get to have fun. Oh, that's cute too. Just designing. So let me grab some little copper beads. Yeah, to our knowledge, DragonCon has not been canceled. Though we're nervous. We are pretty nervous.
We are continuously building up dragon stock.
Yeah, we're continuously building inventory for DragonCon just in case it happens. And if it doesn't, then man, we are well stocked and ready to go for the holiday season.
Auctions.
For auctions. Which is good. Which one? It's the grasshopper and the ant. I'd always rather be whichever one it was that was more prepared, but I can't remember. Yes. Okay. So now with just a little bead on top of that. And these are just 4mm copper beads. And I like that really pale purple with copper. I guess I'll have next time and thank you. Oh no. Oh, guess I'll have next time and thank you. Okay, right on.
Oh, they're moving that day.
Right, okay. Did you get my email about the Craftroom kit? I did, Deborah, and I replied right before the live stream started, so I really hope that went through. So I'm also going to be trying this wire out for actually doing wrapped loops. Just trying to check and make sure that nothing's breaking. So doing... Put Sam in a t-shirt to free him from the cone. It's what my vet has to do. Right on. Sam's actually out of his cone now. It's Z that's in the cone because he won't get chewed on his butt. Right on. But yeah, basically, Deborah, yeah, it's just, we can do that for you. The details are in the email. Oh man, this stuff, is not very wire wrapping friendly. It does not like going where you want it to. Like, ooh. And it is very, very hard on my nippers. I'm going to have to.
We seem to be okay. We're not going to get into freezing tonight.
Okay, that'll be good. Yeah. Okay, so now the downside about these is if you mess up on doing the wrapped loop, you can't just snip it off and go again because it's actually set into the bead. But we can try our best. So I think in the future I'm just going to do little like coiled up. I don't know, maybe if we just bend oof. My wire likes to sit really close into right where that cut is. Have you and Randy ate all the M&Ms yet? We have not, Pink Cut. Though we're getting close. We did share some with some friends. We left them little Easter style Tupperwares of M&Ms. Ooh, we'd be making glass half moons. I'd love to, Janine. I'd actually found a mandrel on Etsy from an artisan in Russia that will make it a lot easier to do some little half moons. Ooh. So there's some little teardrop earrings. Trying to get M&Ms after seeing all of yours right on Marianne. If I were my ear hooks, where would I have gone? I don't know. No way I used up that whole bag already. Well, I suppose. I am still out of ear backs, though. Not those ones. The live channel. No, straight up. Like, if it's on the weather channel, we're like, yeah, this is just as likely as not to happen. And so now from here, these are 301 surgical steel ear hooks. And I like the 301 because there's no nickel in it. In some of the surgical steel alloys, there's still nickel. I don't know if there is or not in these guys. No, it's good. I cleaned it out with rubbing alcohol earlier and then had a shower. It's hurting because whenever I bend like that, it just hurts. There's a cut over a crease in my hand and I won't quit.
The doctor said it would stop bleeding if I kept my finger out of it.
I don't know if you heard Randy, but I feel personally attacked. He says the doctor said it would stop bleeding if I would keep my finger out of there. More crescent moon, too much on my plate. You know I will have to learn that too. Glass moons. Bwahaha. Yeah, like those little teardrops. What? Okay. So I'm gonna set these guys on they're not done till they've got the earbacks on them, and I can't find any of my earbacks. So now here I have just some little copper rondels, and I'm gonna find some 3mm copper beads. Do what, Randy?
We call those big rondels.
Big rondel. No, yeah, the nippers. Flush. I say flush cutter, and people are like flesh cutter. So there's no winning. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. What colors do we need to make aquamarine color and also emerald and polymer clay? Not amused, honestly. I just buy the colors pre-mixed. Sculpey Primo has a great selection of pre-mixed colors that I personally don't think are that expensive compared to like if you just get red, blue, or green and then mix together. Oops. I hear you, burb. But yeah, I kind of like just a little beep boop. No, I haven't done any glass animals yet, Jim. That's still pretty far out of my comfort zone. Ooh! Sounds like Randy had made himself a cup of tea. Can you add glitter mica to clay before or after cooking? Both, Marie, actually. I really like buffing the clay with it before it's been baked. That way the clay's still a bit sticky. I think that gives like a really nice effect. Though also you can mix it in with like the varnishes and paints and paint that onto the clay afterwards as well. Okay, so for this, I'm actually going to be using my mandrel pliers because I like that it's the same thickness all the way through. We don't actually hold on to information if we can help it, Lydia. So, if you would like for us to have your email, if you could email us again with which email address you'd like for us to contact you through. I have actually been thinking, Jim, about making some glass fairy houses or at least glass mushrooms to use in the fairy houses and kind of see how that goes. Okay, so I think this is going to be way more wire than what I need. So let's actually trim it back by, and we can test it. Let's test and see. Let's use some science or something. Just 2.5 inches. You can't see, but I got a little ruler off the edge of my table before I do the loops. And I'm going to go like this. So just once around and twice around. And that's what I'm looking to do. I mean, it'll be more off-centered and it'll be a balloon instead of a pea. Where did you get your oval cab that made tiger's eye out of? Do you mean the dragon eyes? I get those on Amazon. Okay, so it looks like it takes 3/4 of an inch to make that loop. So if I were there.
What can you add to resin to make it not look
plain? You can add all sorts of stuff to resin. I really like alcohol ink, mica powders. You can layer in bits and bobs of other things. If you're using any plant material, I do recommend having it be completely dry first. That way, it's not going to discolor in the resin. I've used all sorts of silk floral and dried out mosses that have been dyed to great effect. You can add sand, glitter, dead bugs. It's really cool. Dead dried bugs. Yeah, not fresh and juicy ones. Oh man, my math was like super duper wrong. Well, that's what I get for existing, I suppose. This should be fine. Because my laptop phone is awful. Don't want to spend 1,000 on any Samsung. Yeah, I hear you, Lydia. Do it, Randy?
teach you to do things and stuff.
Yeah, for reals. But just rolling this down and around. And so help me if anybody says anything bad about my manicures. Then they can pay for me to get them professionally done. Random question, but I'm working on a copper wire woven piece and there's horsehair incorporated. If I patina this, will it destroy the hair? Given how hair is porous, I don't know if it'll destroy it so much as it's gonna smell like liver of sulfur or absorb any of the chemical if you're not using liver of sulfur, if you're using like bench black or something or whatever it's called. But I would be very careful with it. Maybe apply with a fine tip paintbrush and be very, very careful. Because also, too, even if the hair holds up fine to the chemical itself, the polishing process might damage the horsehair. Yeah, I know it's on you, right? I personally love the note phones, Lydia. I like having that little stylus for just sometimes my fingers are too clumsy. So yeah, but there we are. Just some cute little earrings. Very, very dainty dingle dangles. Hey, Spiriton. Spiriton. I'm not certain how to pronounce that. I'm so bad at saying things like phonetically, I guess. I actually think I'm going to join these because the two loops are a little bit thick for what my ear wires can handle. So I'm going to use. What did I do with that thing? Here it is. Where are they at? Ooh, we got some nice big saw cut copper rings here that I had made. Do it though. I like them big, big. I like them chunky. Right on. I do love some of it. I mean, as fun as it is to make like super complicated, complex like dragon eye jewelry, sometimes I like to just do really simple, sleek, like daily wear stuff. Like just a little bit of sparkle for your day. Okay. And so now it looks like that. Ah, right on. Milani in Kabul, Missouri. Really? Yes. Lydia is definitely making very nice donations today. Um, we appreciate that tremendously. That's not gonna lie, like by herself, Lydia has covered half of what my new torch would be, which is really bad because Randy was like, "No, you said you'd make 1,000 beads first." And I'm here like, "But I wants that torch, Daddy." Like getting weird. Um, do what? No, he says. Mistress's waddles to the corner. Hey, mistress. But yeah, just some cute little. And again, it's hard to tell. Like they look when they're sitting up against something. What can you use as a protector for painted rocks for outdoors? I really love Mod Podge's hard coat. It holds up really well on indoor outdoor stuff. Do it, Randy? Letty, right? But yeah, when the light comes through it, if the camera will focus, and it won't, you can see they're just a very dark purple. Well, heck. Maybe if we go like this. There's my charging cord. There you go. That's a very nice charging cord. So help me, camera. Just focus on the thingy.
Outside the dirty window. That's what I must look
No,
at.
it's focusing like right here. Maybe if I put them right. Nope. Oh, I hate you sometimes. Gotcha, Lydia. Oh gosh. Okay. Well, there we go. Y'all get the idea. They're purple. Oh, I hate this camera. So, yeah, the bee is actually from like Hobby Lobby, I think. And normally I don't like shopping there just because they take all my money. But whew, I love the whole structure and like the layered look of it. Though I think you can get them on AliExpress as well. Um, yeah, it's all the stuff. I know it, Pink, but that'll be the day when I actually get rid of all the crap on my desk. Do you do any SCA event Ren fairs? Not vending. I love participating in SCA stuff, but it's kind of a man, unless you're selling materials for stuff, like I've never done well selling chainmail to SCA folks because all of them weave their own stuff. And so they're fun to hang out with, but it's not particularly profitable. And honestly, I like to leave some things to just enjoy instead of turning it into work. And renders are definitely one of those things. That and it's a lot more fun to just go because if there's like a flood weekend or a rain weekend or a heat wave weekend or you know how there are at the Ren fairs, you can go back to your hotel room or you can go back home or you don't have to stay stuck in your booth all day. But I had a lot of fun making. This one was yours, right, Randy?
No.
Ah, right. This one was mine. This one was Randy's. which I think I want to do a big maple leaf.
Actually, look at the back of them. Yeah, I had that right.
Okay. I just had an idea, Randy. I've been seeing in other people's work, they make like a Marani cane. I don't think I'm pronouncing it right, but they make a cane with glass that has like their signature in it. We could totally make some of those and put in the backs of our fused glass pieces as like a little signature spot.
Possibly.
That'd be really cool. Ooh, Kimberly says, I tried my hand at making polymer clay focals for the first time last night. Epic fail. Oh no, what happened? Randy reminds me of sweet and sour chicken sauce. That's very accurate, but what makes you say that? Good night, Bev. Thanks for hanging out. Ooh. Oh, that coffee is perfect drinking temperature. But and the thing is it's like if it burnt up in the oven or if it didn't get baked long enough, like there's some troubleshooting we can do here. Because if you're like, I don't know, I just hate it, then you need to be gentler on yourself because it's your first try. Thanks, Lydia. What's the kiln temperature at? Oh, it's 700 degrees. That should be fine. Y'all ready to do some torch work? I gotta ask, as you know, don't much sleep in the hospital, so now that I'm at home falling asleep. Take care. Right on. Bye, Melissa. Yes, stay very well rested. These donuts we did in a kiln at a studio in Springfield called Creative Escapes. Did I seriously already mess up my nail polish? Go figure. These are fused glass. They're assembled from frit, which is like chunked up little pieces of glass assembled in a mold. And unlike resin or polymer clay, whenever you press into the mold and then pull it out, and that's the design, with the when you stack the frit in there, the whatever's on the bottom stays on the bottom, and this is actually the surface. So we capped it with clear, and I really like, I love glass. Okay, shower done, back to watching. Right on, Tracy. We are actually going to move over to our torch area. And I'm going to pop into the restroom just real quick. And we are going to be doing some lampwork glass. Eee! Oh, God. Where did this even fall out of? Oh. Oh! My cat cut me off, was asking Crane's last name for lampwork. Oh, Teddinger? Some shaped molds are similar to the resin. Right on. That's good to know, Katrina. All the ones that she had in the shop seemed to be stacking in there. So I'll be right back, y'all. Do you mind coming in and watching over my shoulder and moving the camera for me?
I think it's just easier to go ahead and shut the door as opposed to try to sing over the sounds of your bathroom use.
Oh, that hurts.
Sting.
Yeah, it stings in my little blue flesh.
Stings like you wicked.
Yeah. Don't punch me in the tum-tum. Don't punch me in the tum. I'll punch you in the tum-tum. Oh, don't cry. I miss and love you so much. I haven't hung out with you like at all today. Well, it's not to be this way, but it's your fault for letting me sleep in.
Dude.
I blame you entirely.
I told you I was getting up.
Okay, I have returned.
Okay, how do?
First we need to get some masking tape for putting the lens onto the thing.
Ah, is that how do?
Yeah. I was just using the bright neon gaffer's tape on the piano. The scarab cabs, I've made the design on the mold itself, for example. Oh, okay. Oh. And then do you like fire polish it whenever you take it back out, Katrina? So we have these little clip-on, which are a little heavy for wearing on my frames. And if I smile while I wear them, it shifts my glasses around because they like sit on my cheeks. And then I'm just using gaffer's tape, just a little bit. And we're going to be putting this over the thing, but I'm not going to do that yet because I want you guys to be able to see the difference between and this way you'll be able to get in tighter without I hear you, puppy, without the camera being like hitting my face.
We'll see.
Okay, also what's most exciting, I have to move this because otherwise it'll start to pull the whole hose out. And another reason I'm interested in the new torch is this is all the sound of the fan. That's it. That's our ventilation system.
That's the sound.
That is not that loud, all things considered. And it is moving some air. Like if you guys can see how it's pulling that lighter flame. It's like this is it. Well, you can't see it over here, but just regular. Like it's pulling some pretty serious air. Oh, I have an example that I'm going to show you guys because I wanted to test this.
Oh my goodness.
No, come on. It's you have to christen it hippie style.
But only if you do it off of the torch.
Off the torch? Okay. We will. So, and now, if this were the loudest part, that wouldn't be that bad, but it's the sound of the torch.
So, loud noises.
Which isn't that bad, honestly.
What?
Right? So, if you can see, and you can feel free to move the camera, honey. But yeah, you can see how much it is moving. So I really need to put it back here. But isn't that cool? It's just pulling it all in.
How would you?
Can you hold this part?
Okay. Look at you being smart.
But yeah, so even with the smoke over here, it's pulling quite a bit. Smudging the room, yep. In case our neighbors didn't know that we were that much of hippies. But we're so happy to finally have this ventilation in place. It is so important. And I was really being quite naughty by not having it set up right from the get-go. So, very nice. Also, hopefully it'll keep it from torching, getting the whole place very, very hot. Safety first. Protect your eye holes. Your eyeballs. Oh, it didn't fit over my head, but it got tangled in my flower.
Jim's like, sage in the porch. Do it when the postman's on a smoke break.
Yeah, right? Cleanse out the bad vibes. Like to poop on the floor. Piano. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, please check out Bad Lip Reading. It is good stuff.
Specifically, everybody poops.
Everybody poops. You will never look at the Black Eyed Peas the same. So here I have over here some mandrels that are set up like they're already dry. So I'm just going to move them forward on my setup. And this is actually a like bit organizer. And then in here I keep our vice grips, like pin vices, sorry, and the little bits of wire that we've already cut. for what we're doing. I'm going to shake this up. And Randy, you can pull up the saddle chair if you want.
I love sitting in that so much.
Oh, I know you do. And then I just dip. And then set that in there. This is torch dry. A thicker coating should be placed further out in the flame and dried over a 10 to 20 second period. Strong while working with glass, yet easy to use when cool. They are not lying. But I've found air drying it works just fine as well. And I like to keep my thinner rods up here and my thicker rods down in that area. Do you mind angling it just a bit so you can see what I'm up to? And I want to give the mandrels enough space that they're not going to be bumping into each other whenever drying. So I like skip a spot. Ooh. But, oh, yeah. And I like to get all my mandrels prepped up. And then get going. But that should be enough for now. Okay. Also, Randy, feel free to zoom.
Okay.
I'm going to be working like right in here.
Shall we go ahead and put on the protection?
I wanted to show them what it looks like with the sodium flare, and then you can put it on. But it's truly, I just on like this bottom edge, I just put it over it and then tape it to the phone.
Okay.
And then you can do another piece.
That might be all that's needed.
Yeah. But just feel free to fiddle with it or use more if you need to. Okay. Get our arms in position. Light it up. Okay. So, like, super zoom. I'm going to start by heating the whole mandrel up to red hot. We'll be centering up here in just a minute. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see. How it starts turning red. Like the heat. Oh. Yeah.
Forget you're wearing glasses?
Yeah. Now, I'm going to be kind of yelling a bit. Can y'all hear me okay? You want to heat the glass slowly. Because if you shock it in, we're more likely to have breakage, is what we have over here on the left. So try to save all the little broken pieces. And you want to keep your rod and your mandrel almost constantly moving because gravity works harder than anybody. It never takes a break. And so you can actually use that to your advantage. And if you want to make like a big slump, you can angle your rod down. And so you can see right now there's a lot of this orange fire coming off of our rod that's really harmful to your eyes over long periods. I mean, 6 hours a day just staring at this. So that's why we wear the titanium glasses. It sounds like a future word. And so, Randy, if you want to put the glasses on over
Already?
the lens, yeah. It makes it a lot clearer for them to be able to see what's going on. Ooh, and it's slumping, getting kind of not quite soupy yet. Yeah, see how the titanium lens blocks out so much of that orange, and it actually makes it easier to see what you're doing inside of the flame anyhow. So I'm getting a nice lumpy bit of glass going here. Getting the mandrel heated back up, and then I'm going to touch to it and then pull out just a bit and start rotating my rod around. And then I'm going to heat this up so that it starts to level out. If you want to, Randy, you can actually zoom in just a little bit more. And I have a rod holder over here, so I'm not sitting hot glass onto my surface and shocking it. And sometimes you can actually see here, I've got like fatter ends and thinner ends. And you can heat it and slump some of your glass around to that other end. But I've actually had a really hard time with that. So what I actually do to kind of add some glass. Oh, is he tangled in the tripod? So honestly, I'm pretty pleased with that shape. But instead of fussing with it, trying to slump it around, I'm just going to come through and press and pull. And that's how I add dots. So I'm just going to add just a very little bit of glass around. And then I just heat it on in. We could match it with the marker, but I'm so bad at that. But just as an example, we could heat it up and then roll it in with the marker. And that's graphite. I like it because it feels very, very slick, even on high temperatures. You can use graphite as a lubricant in like cages and stuff, and so it's very slippery.
You call that red or pink?
What?
The bead.
The glass is purple.
Yes. The bead.
The bead?
Yes.
Right now it's orange. Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Okay. Everything looks kind of the same tone of orange through my glasses.
What you're seeing is what they're seeing.
Gotcha. So, it'll look duller in intensity whenever it's getting cool. And then you can check it from the ends. And you also make sure that you've got a good base shape, because anything I add onto this, I'm finding this exaggerates how bad it is if it's already lumpy. But yeah, you can see it'll get like darker. So it's not so much that I'm looking at what color it is, pink, red, orange, whatever. It's if it's a brighter or darker, if that makes sense. I'm feeling alright about that. I don't know if I can actually do much better right now. So coming in, I don't want this to get too cooled off, but I need to heat up a new rod. It's actually getting pretty short. This is where I get these sunburns from my torch.
This is going to be a bead, I believe.
This is going to be a bead. I'm showing you all how I do my bubbles. And so I've got a little bit, if you want to zoom back in for me, guys. I've got just a little bit here on the tip of my rod. And I'm just going to cut and pull, and then use the heat of the torch to melt that glass.
Now what's happening here is the hot glass will always stick to cold glass.
If I wanted to remove some of the glass, I'd heat the bead up and then touch it with a cooler rod. And if some of them are a little too small, you can go through and touch it again. Woo, that guy's sticking out way far. Let's heat him in. Very nice. And now I'm just going to be heating this up and rotating it. And I'm going to be coming through and doing a layer of this light translucent purple. So while I'm melting this stuff in, I'm going to be heating up this rod out in the third section of the flame, farther out from the heat. If I get in much closer, like if we get heat, if I'm heating my bead up here in this flame, I'm going to be scorching it in this lighter colored opaque purple. Will turn into like a sooty grayish, almost black. So you can see the more that we heat it, we just keep it spinning. I'm going to zoom back in.
I thought you were heating up your other rod.
It'll all be happening in the same place. This is something I've had to get used to, is because actually there's more heat happening on this side. I used to have it above the torch until we got the ventilation put in, but it pulls the heat into different spots. So you can see how these are starting to melt in a little bit. And even if we're just going slowly, you still want to keep your rod turning. And so now I'm going to... I really like the glass I've been getting from Delphi and Mountain Glass. It is so much better about not popping all over the place. The Divardi glass, it just felt like no matter how slow I went, it was just right on a stick. Okay, so now I'm heating up this translucent, the very pale translucent purple. And I'm just going to bring it in and I'm setting it. And using the heat to cut it. I'm really bad about getting it to be straight, but it's art. The good news is I think I'll have a lot of opportunity to practice. Hopefully. And then just cut. Placing it, pulling it out, cutting. Placing it, pulling it out, cutting. Now we're going to rotate around. And then I'm going to be using another color of purple. This is actually the one that keeps striking to like hematite tones. I don't know if it's because I'm scorching it or what. More data is required. But I want to heat it up. You can see that little node of glass shrinking in, and then move on to the next one.
And to give you guys an example of why the eye protection is so important, I'm just going to move this for a second, and you'll see what the bead looks like. So it's really important to be able to see what you're doing.
Yep. And again, just trying to heat and rotate. Okay. Heating up another rod. And this is when I really love just having some good music on and just chilling. So I'm going to come in and do a spot and pull. I want this one to be smaller. So if you have a darker color backdropping your bubble, it makes more contrast, and I think it just looks really cool. also it's better if I have it centered, but I'm not a perfectionist. There's a lot of really talented lamp workers out there who are like super duper perfectionists. I'm not one of them. That's okay though. Also, I'm going to be using, I think I'm going to cap it with a little bit more of this like translucent again. Just because I really want that bubble to look like it's floating. Years and years of rubbing my head and patting my tummy have finally paid off. My ancestors would be proud. So I'm actually just going to come in and kind of cap it just a little bit in that clear. But a little bit. We'll see. Just on the tip of that nose. And that'll give us spot for the bubble to float. Just a little bit more. And now this is a tungsten pick. Mine's all kind of cruddy looking, but I haven't had too many problems with it leaving like crud in the glass. But I do try to sand in between sessions. I like to sand some of the fire scale off of the tungsten. I've seen some that are made out of titanium, like soldering picks and stuff, but I've actually had a lot of trouble with their picks like heating up too quickly. So that's a thing.
If it's super grainy, it's because I'm zoomed in all the way.
You can actually try bringing the camera in a little closer if you want, baby.
People are asking about quality of the video.
Yeah, and we will be doing some actual tutorials of this, so that we can like edit it and make it like good for looking at, hopefully. Okay, I'm gonna melt these in just a little bit more. Let me turn my feet up. And so much of the time that I spend doing this is not necessarily adding glass, but just trying to shape it and get it to slump in. I feel like if I had a torch that got hotter and had more flame diversity and control, we could do a lot of really cool stuff with it. Okay, so I'm gonna let it cool down a lot actually. So I'm bringing her out of the flame. And I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna heat up just one node, like one spot section. And then I press. And then I move to the next one and I'm heating it up. And then I press. And then heaten up. And press. And so I'm given all these little spots, like you said, little belly buttons. Heaten it up. And I've had some problems with if I go through and do this, whenever the whole bead is still kind of gooey, I'll distort the shape so badly that it's like, oh geez. So that's why I let it cool just a bit first, you know. It's because I don't want to distort all of our hard work from earlier. And so now I'm just heating up some clear, if you want to focus in on that thing. Because this whole time I am keeping my bead rotated out in the third section of the flame. But the clear is actually really hard for me to gauge its temperature because it doesn't get red hot looking the way that the colored glasses do. So I just have to pay attention to how it's interacting with gravity. So when you've got it good and goopy, almost honey consistency, I'm going to take it and smush. and then lift off. I want to get a lot of surface contact so there's no chance of that air bubble escaping. Drain that in and swoosh, just tapping off that belly button. And swoosh. Using the heat. You don't want to pull it and have any kind of like spring black. I've actually had a bit of splatter problems doing that. This one is, the glass is really, really soft. Smush and pull and cut. And now we get to melt these in. And sometimes that can take a friggin' lifetime. But I like to heat it, and then turn it so that gravity will pull it while it's nice and soupy down over the bead. Heat. Flip it. And at this point, I do want to be careful to not get the whole bead so soupy all the way through. Because then we're going to run into having some like shape distortion and all sorts of stuff. Now we can also use our marver to a little bit of just kind of smushing it in faster. But again, I find with my torch, since it's so, and you can't call fire cool, but it's a cooler flame than what can be achieved, I think, with some of the propane, like the dual fuel surface mixers. It's the time it takes for me to heat the bead back up isn't quite worth it to me. The time that the marver might have saved. Now maybe if I had like a bead marver or something that like really shaped it well, but I'm pretty happy with just practicing with flame shaping.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend licking it. This is not the forbidden candy you want.
This is not forbidden. It is forbidden candy. Don't eat it. You can eat it just once though, I think. That's all you'll get out of that. So, being careful to, oh, we're almost at fully round. And yeah, I can feel the heat on my face. There we are. I think I'm going to let it cool just a bit out to the third part of the flame. And then ready, if you want to zoom out quite far, we're about to move it over to the kiln. I'm going to kill the torch. And then we just come right on over to the kiln. And I pop it in. We've got these really nice kiln racks in there, like just a little log thingy.
Check out the base.
What base?
The tripod.
Oh, geez, Randy. Well, here. And that is how we make a bead with the dots in it.
Do you want to do one of these?
Yes, in just a minute. I need to like feel my face.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's very much the campfire effect of like just being there next to a campfire for too long. And oh, the heat sets in. So
We're all kinds of all over the place.
how do you mean? Me?
Yeah.
Like with the mandrel or oh well it's what I need you as my
The bubbles. I was like chasing you down.
sorry. Yeah, I think you did a really good job though from what I was able to peek. So thank you guys for I annealed the soft glass online. It said to do like let me unplug this real quick. You need not be over here. Just to quiet it down for a bit. it needs to anneal, like soak for an hour and 15 minutes. Right now I have MAP gas, but that's like $11 for a 1 pound canister. And you can see this box behind me. Those are all the canisters that I've burnt through since I started flame working. It's expensive. So we have a 15-pound propane canister out on the front porch that was like $19, I think. Yeah, I've been researching face shields, but you can see like just the heat, like I'm very like red and splotchy. And there's some that they have that attach to torches, but the torch that I want to get is an alpha. You can I have made more than one bead at a time on a rod, though I make them much simpler, like just little spacer beads. Hey Brenda, well thanks. I'm really glad that I'm not gonna lie, I'm really glad to get to share this with you guys because I remember seeing it like one of my very first craft shows as a kid. Like I couldn't have been like I was young enough that I was not allowed to walk. I mean, I could have been like 12, I don't know, but I wasn't allowed to walk around without holding mom's hand. So I was like, this would have been before mom went off to work, so I was maybe like 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6. Pre full on sentience, I think. Like I'm still just bumping into stuff. Like just little kid. I remember seeing somebody tat and somebody do lampwork glass. And it just seemed it was so magical. And then later on, again at like the Ren fairs, and they'd have like field trip days at some of the different craft shows and stuff in school. And I saw somebody doing lamp work in like 6th grade. And again, it just seems so like intense and magical and like, oh my God, like this is so cool. And then continually terrifying. Like it was so scary and so intimidating. And I wish I could remember. I can't remember if it was Misty or Nicole or Allison or a name that I'm not remembering. One of y'all sent me a Bivardi glass kit for like Christmas. And it changed my life. Like it, and I made a bunch of beads, but I didn't have a kiln to anneal them in, so they kept cracking. Oh gosh, to spend that much time, however long we just spent making a bead, just have it crack. And that's, you can put them into water to like shock them, but the integrity of the bead, it might break. And you can get much more durable like shocked glass beads made like just by the strand for very affordably. So I feel like for what I'm doing with the amount of time and effort that goes into it, I want to avoid cracks as much as possible. I think my dad, I think, used that. He owned a radiator shop. Can you send a secondhand torch from a place like that? Maybe cheaper. The torches that I'm looking for have a very, very controlled flame with the dual coming in, and it's like I don't know enough about it. I was looking for one specifically designed for lampwork glass because it bench mounts, if that makes sense. If you'll watch, I will record. Oh my God, Ashley, I wish there were more lampwork glass workers on YouTube or Instagram, even just showing their process, showing what they're doing. Like, because like right now, I was gonna go up to Kansas City to take a class or 2 or 3 if I could manage it. And then the apocalypse happened, so I can't. How is the bead keeping its shape in the kiln? The kiln's only at 1,000 degrees. Glass melts at like, I think, what is it, like 1,200 or something. So it's not quite hot enough to like the glass. If you look at it, it's not even red hot in the kiln.
It's not hot enough to liquefy.
Yeah, it's not hot enough to liquefy or even get slumpy. We'd be getting closer up into like the 1,700 degree, which our kiln can do, but that's for glass slumping, and that's where you can put like a flat piece of glass in and just like, and it like gravity and heat will do their thing. I used to use torches when I was a goldsmith. Right on, Nilla. It's for the torch is 210. I think I've been looking at Mountain Glass was where I was gonna buy earrings. Sorry, I was thinking. Just I like their stuff. I like their company, and that's probably one of the best prices I've been able to find for it. But I don't know yet because I can't find. I found a marver that's compatible for attaching to the top of it, but I don't know about finding a face shield, and I don't want to have something like on a stand right in front of me. I really want to be able to have it like floating there magically, if that makes sense. Oh, Ashley, that would be amazing. Can you do live glass show at a con? Probably not. They, I think, would frown very much on me setting stuff on fire. But at like an outdoor craft show, I might be able to. But I'd be limited to like putting it into like a fiber blanket or something. Now, what we're doing though is I'm getting footage of stuff, even if we just have it on mute, to put on a tablet and like zip tied really well to our display where people can't steal it and then take it home at night. But and just have videos running of come on, brain, of us doing the Lampert glass. And I got that idea from Firechild Glass at Dragon Con. We were introduced to them by our friends with World of Strange, and they do amazing, like intense borosilicate. And I wanted to go down. Last I talked to them, they were putting together a studio in New Orleans, and I've never been to New Orleans, and I would go there for a glass class. Like that is how ravenous I am for like I want to learn, I want to get better, I want to like learn everything. But you like, I have a friend artist in Texas, we'll be able to tell what and who and what to buy. Right on. And that's a lot of it right now is I told myself I'm going to wait until I can make 1,000 beads, until I've made 1,000 beads, and then I'll know so much more what I'm looking for. Like right now, I already know I'd like something that can make a smaller pinpoint flame for doing stringer work, because the hothead does not get very like tight and small. Make freestanding plexiglass walls for torch demos. It's very effective for sales. Right on, Deb. All the things, learn them all. That is my goal in life, Alyssa. That is, it seems to be my purpose. Oh, I have coffee. Is to drink coffee. No, is to learn all of the things. Like I want so badly to learn everything and just like level it up super hard. Right on, Lydia. Could you get a face shield and then also get one of those book tablet holders that go around your neck? Daniel, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna look like a dork, but I don't care. Like that's a really good idea. That's a really stinking good idea. Daniel, this is where it's at. You need a torch that lets you adjust both the propane and oxygen levels. Yeah, and it's let me pull it up just because I'm a dork. It's a Bethlehem Alpha. I can't remember if it's Alpha or Alta. Alpha. Alta's my Fitbit. Bethlehem Alpha. Google listened to you going aye aye aye, Randy, instead of me talking.
Did it bring up the Power Rangers?
No.
Dang it.
How do I? Bethlehem Alta. Alta Beauty in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. Alpha. Thank you. Ugh. Like legit. Well, Allentown, but ugh. Come on, Google. You listen to everything that I say. Just hear it right. Alta? Ultra? Alpha. Oh, help us all. Sam Dog, give me strength. Yeah, I need to make the leather apron. I mean, but it's just protecting. I mean, I'm gonna be a prune when I'm 40 anyways. It didn't matter. Oh, there it is. Bethlehem burners. How small of a bead can you make so far? Structurally, as far as I understand it, Sparkies, for the beads, is you need the wall of the bead to at least be as thick as the hole. Like, does that make sense? So technically, I can, my thinnest mandrel is 2 millimeters. That's fair, Lydia. And so if it's a 2 millimeter mandrel and it's 2 millimeters of glass on each side, I can make a 6 millimeter bead. But they all come out like super duper thicker than that. Okay, I'm going to be looking at it through mountain glass though. I'm so bad at using the internet. I mean, I just live here on the internet.
You're not a real person.
I'm not a real person. I'm a figment of YouTube. What? Oh, $700. Never mind. But it has all the hoses and everything.
Hoses.
Well, it has the hoses and the regulators.
Oh. Too bad you already have the regulators.
No, these are they have gauges on them. Because the thing is you need to have the PSI like down quite low. Like I think a total of like 10 PSI.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is your thing, not mine. I don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is move my big dumb head. This is the torch that I'm looking at. It's just a wee bitty feller, but I think that'll be all right. But it has where you just attach the hoses directly to it. And I'm looking at it, man. If it came with a mounted marver, oh, and it's got the marble holder and the flashback arresters. This might actually be a pretty good deal. And more glasses, but I don't need those. But maybe if we have friends that come over and do lamp work. So for the auction, Randy, he's like, you don't have friends. I have you guys. So when you guys come over, we can make beads together. But yeah, so that's the thing that I'm looking at. So this month's auction is going to be to buy me food and a torch. I just got to make 800 more beads. I can do it. Let's get started. But yeah, so that's the torch that I'm looking at. It's small because I'm not going to be making like huge stuff right now. No, for the most part, I just need to be able to make up to like maybe an inch size marble. I think that'll be pretty good. I could fit larger into my kiln, but I think for now, I'm going to limit myself to that. So it says, I am a hairdresser. I just wanted to warn you that if you think your face is warm, you can imagine what your bangs are going through with that heat. Pull them back, protect. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I did just trim my bangs today. You can tell because they look like crap. Do what? Was that $69 or did I miss something? No, that was like, yeah. But no, I'm not going, I can't accept any more gifts or generosity from people beyond what we've already accepted. But it's like, I want you guys to get something for your generosity. So that's why this is why it's funded by our auction. We do accept tips through our tip jar. But I want to make stuff and sell it to you. That way I don't feel just like a spoiled rotten dumpling. And Angela says they look cute. I like them whenever I've got them like parted on the sides. But yeah, I think I'm gonna I'll write it off, says Lydia. Well, we're not a charity, so I don't think that counts. How to force yourself to stay home one more month. This is me with my new bangs. They even got the rosacea accurate.
I know. Right?
I'm in this picture and I don't like it. Oh, dumplings are wonderful. They are, but I'm a burnt little dumpling. Oof. Like if it weren't for the 3 pounds of foundation that I had put on. You also need that, Snensilla. I keep threatening to shave my head. There's a lot of people that I follow on Instagram who no, it's not a sunburn, it's a torch burn, like legit. Like I'm a little toasty roasty, like oof. Roasty toasty. I love you, Randy. Y'all ready to make some more glass? Ooh, I can't help myself. Like I'm gonna have. Does it just boost melanin though if you're just constantly exposed to fire, or does it just turn your body into leather? Sometimes an inch is all it takes. At least that's when oh, Mr. Smith.
I think you gotta have to be born with a melanin.
Hey. Check your melanin privilege, Mr. I can walk out into the sun.
Daywalker.
You daywalker. I love you so much.
You gonna do it?
Oh, yeah. I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, too bad. You got more beads to make.
That's fair. So also, I've lost 4 pounds in quarantine because I can't eat and lamp work at the same time yet.
I'll make sure this is the way you want it.
Yep. Well, I try to put a little bit more in there, but oh gosh, that rips my boo-boo open. Oh, that's just a long one, isn't it? So we use these pin vices.
Hey, it's at temperature.
And then I straighten out the wire a little bit. So let's go this one around. I'm gonna eat some more. Oh, I gotta plug my thing in.
What? Oh.
Ventilation.
Okay, how do? This one maybe?
Are you just pressing buttons?
Aha.
Ooh,
No, I'm twisting knobs.
I love you. Oh, these armrests changed my life though, Randy. Because otherwise I was standing here like a conductor holding my arms up. And now I've got these big squishy pads. Okay, what color should I do?
I don't know.
But all these guys are getting super short. A short A.
So I
Let me
wanna
get
make
my
these guys.
pliers. Assemble your tools before you get the torch going. Okay, now Randy, this goes by pretty quickly. So, if you want to have it ready to swing over to the kiln, like you can probably accomplish that just by, and then tilting up. So,
like I do.
yeah, tilt it back. Well, I just ruined everything that you had worked so hard to set up. Yeah, the glasses are falling off the camera. I'm gonna use another little bit of
Well, see, I just
tape.
hold it here to help stabilize.
I'll just tape it for
Alright,
you.
just tape it then. Now I can't take it off.
Tape it. Tape it. Stay on the tape and tape it. Okay.
Out of curiosity.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, 45.
Ooh. Okay.
Pen vise.
Pin vise. Right.
Pliers.
His arms ready. Light it up.
Gloves.
They're over where they go.
Alright. Arms locked. Light it and go. Everybody should refresh.
So you can see how quickly that heats up. So I just want to get it a little hot. This is something that Randy and I are still working on getting like full-on production mode going, because if I can get these made and then just hand it over to him and him load it into the kiln, then I almost don't even have to stop what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get a little bit, because you'll notice it doesn't really want to, well, prove me wrong. At first, if you don't get it hot enough, it's just gonna slide around on the steel. So I like to get just a little bit of glass there on the tip. Am I within screen for you?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. And so now I'm going to get a whole bunch globbed up. And glob it all around. There's one layer. And that could just be a nice small
Head
bead.
pin. Head pin.
Yeah, head pin. And I actually think on these ones I want to start doing the two-tone to do a darker color to hide the metal on the inside. Ooh, I let it cool down too much. Come on, get off of there. There we go. Then I'm going to melt that back in. It's going to take me some warming up. It's very different from working just on the mandrel. There we go. Now here I want to get it actually kind of nice and soupy. And I'm just focusing on teardrops right now. So you can see it starting to kind of goop in on itself. Oh, it's got a little bubble in it. That'll be nice. So it's nice and soupy. And then I want to hang it straight down and let its own weight pull it down into a teardrop.
Is that a clear rod?
This is a very, very pale purple. Which, through our lenses here, it's going to look, oof. can't get it with just my thumb. There we go. I'm gonna pull that out. And then we're coming over here. The kiln is at 1,000 degrees, so it will burn your flesh. So I'm just gonna take this and set it in just on the kiln shelf bottom. And you can see that dropped at 50 degrees, just having it in there for just that minute, having it open. So
Oh, your bottles are falling over in the box.
yeah. And so I'm gonna pull this off and we're gonna go back over here. But yeah, that's lampwork glass, you guys. That's kind of what we've been up to. I see her hair and I'm cringing. It'll go back. Thank you so much, Andy. Just pictured it going up, right? Nuts. My eyebrows have survived a week of this, 9 days.
One
So
more, or you, instead of doing a bubble, you did the dot and you string it.
dot and string it.
Yeah. You've done it to where.
Do you mean a bead or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Where I do the swirly?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can do that. Let my face cool down just a bit.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Randy,
Emma,
can you microwave your leftovers from last night for me to eat?
you want my leftovers?
Unless you would rather have them. Can I eat them? It's a big schnitzel groovin'. Holy cow, it looks like something very exciting going on. Hey, Bettina. My cat is passed out by me. He's not in the glass unless he gets to walk on my laptop. Yeah. No, I had burnt my finger pretty bad on the torch.
Makes you think I still have leftovers. I could have eaten them this morning when I woke up sore.
That's true. Can you feed something that's food to me? Please? So Randy, I went on Amazon to buy PS4 and ended up buying a laser cutter. Pro pull right on. It's kind of like gaming. Wow, yeah. Put mustard on it, right? Actually, I might. That'd be pretty good. It's a cheddar brat. Hey, Patty D. Clear would help like a clear Lexan equivalent. That's what I'm thinking, mistress. But it's like just the heat radiating off of that torch, even with the ventilation system going. And I think it is in combination too. I did go out and get a little bit of a sunburn. I was outside for like maybe 15 minutes without sunblock or a hat or a sun shirt on. So that's what I get. And I've tried building up like a tan. I still just sunburn. It's life now. So where's the fire extinguisher? Right there. All right, so we have one there. We have one over by the forging or the torching station for soldering. We have another one in there by the glow forge. We've got 1 or 2 in the kitchen. So there's a cat just glaring at me from on the porch. Adult slushy for Vaughn. No, I've got the kiln going, so now I have to make a bunch of beads. Got a name brand glow forge, one just like it, right on. Oof. Thank you. Oh, 2 kinds of cheeses. He brought me meat and cheese sticks. Wait, are you feeding me this and leftovers?
Yeah.
Thus ensuring my chubbiness to this day. I'm gonna argue with him. Sun and fire? Bad. Yeah, Metatron. Yeah. Safety first. We do live in a wooden house. An old wooden house. So it is definitely a box of kindling. One day we will live in a cob building. So it'll be a mud house. Meaty cheese, yum yum. Noxema is perfect for burns. It takes up the sting in minutes. Use it first in aloe. Right on. Is this one of the turkey sticks? Ooh, it's a beef one. I like those. Congratulations, Maria. 31 years. And you haven't fed him to a tiger yet? Sorry. We watched Tiger King. Hey, doggo. I love you. Don't tell anybody. There we go. We have a striker, and I can't figure it out. Like, I know it's safer than using a torch, but it's just, I can't get it. I don't know if the flint's just worn out. I don't know. But I have a small electric one for my Smith Mini. I was looking at some of the larger electric ones that you can just touch to your torch, and it sets a spark instead of, ooh, just everything hurts that stupid cut. Would those cool towels help your skin while torching it out? Maybe. Just mummy wrap myself in damp fabric. You have to push. Don't. It's not causing sparks without that pressure. Okay. Beautiful man who brings me food. Oh, you call it my apple?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I cut up mine too so that I can give you the knife.
Dude, this is heaven. I get to make glass. I get to hang out with y'all. The beautiful hairy man that lives in my house feeds me. Okay. Oh, there we go. Woo! Y'all help. I learned a thing today. Thank you, guys. Oh, sorry, Sam. No catching the dog on fire. And no, you can't have none of my potatoes. I love you, but never mind. It's really hot. I'm gonna sing one of my right video. Cheers, y'all. I hope you're having a happy, crafty quarantine and staying safe. Right on. Phyllis says you could try a fan that blows across your face only.
Well,
I've been having the same issues with getting burned.
Step away from your face.
Yeah. But maybe if I had a fan like behind me.
Maybe.
Blowing from like down low up. Hey Beth, I'm so glad your dud box arrived safely. That's your Sparkies. Floral cage lanterns? Hair birthday pound? Oh my god. I was wondering what you were saying, Kathy. Thank you for letting me eat your leftovers, babe. What do you want for food today?
I don't know.
Tuna noodle do?
What?
Do you want tuna noodle do? Or cheesy chicken and rice casserole?
Let's go cheesy chicken.
Okay. Do you want it with rice or with noodles?
Rice.
Okay. We could have chicken and shrimp Alfredo. Just you decide and let me know. I'll make it. Because we also have a spot of cornbread left. In case you want some beans or something.
In which case we go with more rice and chicken.
Yeah.
And less pasta and shrimp.
I was also thinking I could just make rice and beans with some fried thin meat and cornbread.
Well, you decide and I'll set the meat out.
Okay. The rice and beans will be the least amount of time cooking.
Alright, let's do that.
That'll be 20 minutes. Sorry, we had to figure out what to have for dinner. I've lost all motivation since I closed the shop. Oh no, Kathy. Will you be selling the beads on your site? We're not entirely certain yet. I'm still trying to figure, like, we haven't gotten our first electric bill since putting in the kiln. So that's going to greatly impact how much we sell. Hey, Sam, you're sitting on a charging cord. I gotta get it out from under your beautiful booty bowl. Ah, see. You're hitting the tripod with your cone, buddy. Thank you, baby. Or in my pocket. So yeah, once we find out how much this is hitting our electric bill, that's going to greatly impact how much we sell our beads for. I'd like to be able to put Z, baby. Your cone's hitting everything.
What are you doing?
He wants my food. Yeah. We are having pork loin, collard greens, and cornbread for dinner. Oh, Colleen, that sounds good. We're like we're out of pork. Well, bratwurst, but I don't know what kind of meat this is. But it's hot. Mmm. Right, Deb? And Alyssa, we were thinking about auctioning them. I'd like to put them in craft-along kits, but I don't know. I just don't know. A desk AC, what's that? Lamp-working torch makes a bit more flare than the school burners, though I'd for sure burn myself on a pocket-sized lighter. Yeah. Yeah, that's how like the long-nosed barbecue lighters were getting in there, because I'm still terrified of fire. Oh, I love food, though. My favorite thing is that I get to eat food basically whenever I want, thus ensuring my chubbiness to this day. But man, it just tastes so freaking good. Like, cheese? Come on. To each their own, but I love it. Pot stickers and rice cauliflower. Oh, Brian. Okay. Sam, don't lick my pants. That's weird. Oh, I dropped some meat juice. Oh, really? Well done, Sparkies. Hold up, you can grill those?
Grill what?
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches?
Sims, yeah.
The Sims. I think you can do it in real life. Those banana seeds eaten up. We could make banana and peanut butter grilled sandwiches.
I've got plans for those bananas.
Do you want banana bread?
Yes, I do.
Okay. I cut a recipe off the flour bag and stowed it by the plates.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about making you some banana bread. Hey, my little lamp dog. Give me some peace, buddy. Let me eat. Have a small desk AC. It's portable. It'd be perfect. I don't know. I don't know if we have enough plugs to be able to actually put things into, if that makes sense. Oh, is this one of the pink lady apples?
Yeah, maybe.
It's nice and tart.
You've got a mix in there. Okay, then yeah, it's a pink lady.
You can grill anything. Small battery fan. Yeah. I honestly do think just having the face guard is going to be our best way of going about it, because I can take it with me if we decide to do like an outdoor exhibit or something. Hey, Misty. Sketty. Misty says, where do you buy your half round and square bare copper wire? I couldn't find it on Parawire where I bought the bound there. I get mine from Parawire. If you can't find it on their website, you might want to send them an email and just ask them, and they might be able to direct you in the right direction. Or, hey, Mama Salty. They might not have them in production right now. I don't know. It's been probably a year since I've purchased mine. Extension safety bar. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So Randy had put in a request for me to make a swirly bead. So we will do that next. Sorry, this is just so yummy. Coffee toffee bar ice cream? Metatron.
You almost had.
Where'd they lose you? Oh, the coffee? Randy likes toffee, but not coffee. More for me. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to take this into the kitchen. And then we shall make a bead. Please take care of me for me, okay? You have the rest of it? I heard it to be nice, but I really want to eat it. It just hurt me. Nah, not right before torching. Okay.
Here comes flame again.
Yeah. Alrighty. So. Coming around 10. Putting this here. We're going to make some swirly beads now.
You've had people say that they are quite angry at how fast you
Oh, really?
acquired your skill in class.
I mean, I've put in, at this point, almost 100 hours.
I don't know how long it's been.
And I'm trying to think.
But they're like, it took me years to be able to do that.
Oh, no, really? Oh, well, YouTube is what I'm saying. Like, but thank you guys for being so kind.
The tubes of views.
The tubes of views. Oh, that was so yummy. Okay, so let's see. I'm trying to burn through these purples that I had put out that before moving into the pinks, but everything's getting kind of short on me. So let's see. I think these two purples
All right, buddy, you got
are the same
behind.
color.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pull a stringer from these guys. What color are you? Those are two different colors. We could make an encased stringer, and this guy needs merged to this one. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of Franken sticking. Plug my fan in. Won't get loud again, y'all. Okie dokie. And there's our fan going. Very nice.
That's not how this works.
Are these even the same color?
Yeah, they look like it.
I can't tell. Yes, they are. Okay. I had my purple glasses on.
Oh, I know. Have you tried to vaporize silver into a bead yet?
I have not. I was not going to try any of that stuff until we had our ventilation system in.
Now we do.
And now we do it.
As of yesterday.
Yep. So I just want to extend this rod a little bit because they're getting so short that it burns my little fingies.
Dude, just the fact that you're watching now and that you're already a patron, that's more
Yes.
than enough.
Just you guys being here changes our life.
If you really feel you want to do more, then try to attend the auctions, but that's...
Tell your friends.
yeah, you could always tell your friends.
So I'm not making a stringer here. I'm just trying to join two rods together. Okay, cool. So now I've got a Franken rod. And now I'm going to be pulling a stringer with these two guys. Thank you, baby.
Alright, what you got going on? A stringer?
Uh-huh.
Those look to be the same color as well.
Right. That's, I'm going to join them and pull them.
Yeah.
I have to get my flame up. I get scared when the flame's all big. Because it gets so loud.
Yeah, we're still going. It's only been 3 hours.
I'm making peace.
Uh-oh.
I did it too thin. Oh no. I'm still working on trying to figure out how to do stringers well.
What are stringers?
Stringers are very, very thin rods. And they're great for, it's like using a fine tip paintbrush instead of a thick paintbrush. It enables you to put down just a very tiny bit of glass at a time.
Yeah, glass needles might be another way of looking at it.
They're not supposed to come out that thin. I'm very bad at doing stringers.
Oh. So the idea is you want to build up the glass in between the two rods? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what's going to be stretched.
Yep. I'm trying to, I just need more practice with it, honestly. Like, I understand the concept, but, okay. Feeling about right. Then I bring it, And we're going to start pulling. But I want to pull a little bit slower. There we go. Perfect. Well, better.
So another trick you can do is hang one upside down by the other.
I don't quite have enough arm space around me to be able to do that. And now I'm just going to join these two rods together, but I'm going to be using the stringers to do the swirling.
Can you get fatter rods, make them more juicy?
Yes. This torch, I have a hard time heating my 10mm rods through. It takes like 5 minutes just to heat up a glob at the end. But I don't know if that's my torch or my own inexperience. We shall see.
Don't pay attention to the squirrels outside.
I know. Well, it's before we put in the ventilation system and I just had the window open. I had to be careful to not let wasps in.
Yeah. What type of torch or fat rods?
Huh?
What type of torch or fat rods?
I've been using the Efferetti or Moretti glass from Delphi Glass, and this is a hothead torch. Oh, and see there, I had pulled it too much. Or, let me make sure, is that in frame?
Yeah.
And it cracked whenever I just stuck it all willy-nilly back in the flame. So, that's okay though. I had to speed it back up and fuse it back together. Am I even in the flame? It's just taking so long. There it goes.
Yeah, you're in the flame. There's a lot of fire on this end.
Okay. Yeah, I may get that kit, baby, just so that you can have some glasses to wear. I worry for your eyeballs.
I'm really watching the screen more than I'm watching what's happening.
Okay. I trust you. I still value your ability to see through your eyeballs still.
Did it crack because of the cooler air?
Possibly. If it cools too quickly, it'll be under too much tension. Okay, so now, let me just cool my torch off for just a minute. And the reason is if I leave the torch running too much.
There's the Franken
Frankensticks.
Frankenstick.
But if I leave the torch going, it ices up down here. Like this is very cold, and this is very hot. And I try to, bless you, babe. I try to not let my torch get so hot that I can't turn it off because I'd actually singed myself a bit earlier.
Well, not today.
Well, no, earlier in this lifetime. Hey, baby, can you have coffee?
It's all the way over there.
I know, thank you.
There's this lamp dog in between me.
Yeah, poor lamp dog. He's so stressed out about existing. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay. I'm pretty full. You fed me a cheese and meat stick plus a brat plus like a bunch. You can have it if you want it.
How dare you waste the pizza?
I wasn't gonna waste it. I was just saving it for later. For my Randy to eat. Did you eat the whole thing or did you put it in your pocket? Did you just do a magic trick? Randy, get that. Show me what's in your hand. No! Get that out of your pocket. You're a wizard. You're a friggin' wizard. I'm on to you. Sorry, you can't see, but I'm doing the like, oh, I'm on to you. Like, anyways. Okay, back to work. Now, also, another note, I have, this is like a, I have no idea how big that is, but I've got a thin one and a bigger one. I like to use my thicker rods because you can see this one is pretty bendy. I need a rod that has a lot less bend to it for whenever when I'm applying dots. You okay?
Yeah, Penny just showed up and you're all like, what's in your mouth? Show me your hands.
Hey, Penny. But if I use a thinner mandrel, it's more likely to bend when I'm pressing and trying to do stuff.
Oh, that zoomed in fast.
And I think, Randy, when we do tutorials of this, we'll probably have a couple cameras set up. That way one zoomed in on the work area, one panned out to catch the whole thing, and then one like over there by the ventilation to catch a different angle. Or maybe off to the side over here. I think between the tablet and all of our old phones, we might be able to do that.
Making glass beads. So you're doing a dark base, or you're gonna do creamy dots?
Yep. I like the swirlies to have a lot of contrast, if I can manage it. Here it's starting to get really stinky, and it's very, very important that we don't stop rotating, because it's all the glass will kind of slump over to one side. So I use gravity as my marker as much as possible. So you can actually use it on purpose to get things to kind of slump down if you want more glass in one spot than in another. Okay, I'm fairly happy with that shape. I'm not too picky right now because we're going to be, that guy's getting really short. We're going to be swirling it, and that always distorts the shape for me.
You want me to get you another stick?
No, I want to use up this color and then move into the pink. And the opaques I find are popping on me more than the clears, so I just try to be more gentle with them.
Metatron's like, I'm gonna try and bid on this auction. Please don't send me through the roof like last time, Mama Salty.
Okay, so also with this color, if I get it too close into the flame, it starts to bubble up and boil on me. So I really enjoyed kind of taking the time to get to know some of these different colors. I know it probably sounds weird, but I've been taking notes, and I'll be sharing those probably in the blog over on backtracecreations.com. Just color notes And I mean, we're gonna learn so much talking to and coordinating with and, you know, just chit-chatting with other artisans, because maybe the experience I have with a color is completely skewed by my rampant inexperience.
Oh, you've crashed. Oh no, you're live. That was weird.
Sometimes it does that. Now these ones, I'm not going to melt them in all the way if I can help it. I want to keep them just a little bumpy still, because that's going to give us some cool depth, in theory. But yeah, that right there is pretty rough, but it's still better than some of the beads I was making 9 days ago. Hooray for progress. So now I'm tapping this with a very pale, translucent purple. And all of these colors that I'm using are from Delphi glass. So they're the Eferete or Eferete, I don't know. It's an E word that means soft glass. It's a type, I don't know. I don't know anything about anything, I just make stuff. And I want to get a whole whopping load of this glass, nice and soft.
Yes, all the stuff that she's working with is glass, and they're all in shades of purple.
And these are COE 104 soft glass. Yeah, it's all lumpy, just like me. So when stuff starts getting lumpy and weird, I just come through and make little dots. And I try to do bigger and denser dots where I need more material to be. I don't know if this is like, I don't know if this is what you're supposed to do, but this is what I've been doing and it works mildly.
There are results. We don't know if they're the right results, but there are results.
Right? Who said that?
Me.
That's fair. And even that, this looks pretty cool, I think. Like, are you able to catch it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how that looks. Let's melt it in. Because again, on these ones, not too worried about the shape being like perfect, because it's going to get pretty weird whenever we come through with the stringers. I would love to get my hands on some compatible grit, and or actually probably just make some of my own from the Distorting glass. And be able to just roll and frit and then drag that instead of having to add the color on by hand. I think that'll be really cool.
Yeah, the way you would make a spiky ball is you would do what we're doing now, only instead of melting the lumps in, you just kind of leave them be.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to do just a little bit more of this color on the surface. And then we're going to start dragging. Even that right there, it stretched them wide into stripes.
Yeah, you could totally make a glass beholder.
And these ones, I'm kind of doing off-center to the sides. Just a tiny bit, because I don't want it to hide all the detail of what's underneath.
sure what you mean by like making head pins, but only on glass.
Okay, so now we're gonna come through with, I like to use a little bit thicker of a stringer for this, because we're gonna get this kind of soupy.
And these are literally the stringers you just made.
Yeah. Not quite soupy enough. And what I mean by that is like it's like warm honey, the consistency of the glass. Like this is a really like tactile thing. I'm not touching it with my hands, but it's like you can tell almost by stirring it. So now I'm gonna, and whoa, not enough though. Oh, it is super distorting. That's okay though. We got this. I'm using the same translucent that I had our other color floating in. That way it's not depositing like big chunks of weird opaque glass. Oh, and this is so messy and weird. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. There we go. And now I'm going to cap this with clear. I'm going to encase it because it gives a really cool lensing effect and adds so much more depth to the piece than what you would get if we just left it as is. So I'm heating up my clear in the background while with my left hand just turning like a rotisserie. Oh, I love food. Just turning it on the spit. And you can see I'm like way over to one side. If we tilt one way or the other, we're going to start getting some lopsided weirdness with our bead. That's not wrong. It's just sometimes that's not what you want. So it's good to be mindful of that.
There are no mistakes, just happy accidents.
Yeah. Except for whenever I melted through that blanket, that was an accident. An unhappy accident. So again, I'm okay with that shape. Doesn't gotta be perfect. I'm gonna glob it with a bunch of glass anyways. You okay?
Yeah.
I heard a weird noise. I panicked. In here you can kind of see the color is starting to come through. You can see our swirls and stuff. And I am not good at encasing beads, like, at all. So what I do is I just cover it in spots. And then cut it. And then cut it. And this gives me a little bit more control in my inexperience, like, as a result of my inexperience, to keep me from globbing on way too much in one spot or not enough in another. There's just, I can kind of nice and slow, just add some spots. So I've got those around the middle, and now I'm just going to go around on the edges. This is life now. And also I feel like I don't have to get quite such a huge amount of glass heated up to be able to encase it, and so on my torch it kind of helps things go faster. Though it might all just be an illusion, but this is a way that I enjoy doing it so far. I look forward to learning other ways of doing it. And, oh, what's her name? Janine here on YouTube? Man, she does some crazy good beads. She's goals. And so now we've got just a lumpy guy, and that's okay. I'm going to crank the heat up. Trade hands, give my left hand a break. The ventilation is actually working so good that, like, my hands are cold. My face is on fire, so that's fine. he's so lumpy and weird. I love it. Like, we could just keep it like that, but I want to show off all that detail of the swirling. And as it gets more and more molten, I'm coming more and more out of the flame because I want to maintain control. I don't want it to get too soupy. And honestly, at this point, I don't know if I'm going to get the shape any better than that. Yeah, I think that's about as good as it gets. Okay, so I'm going to turn my torch off. And then I come over here to the kiln. I'm still letting it cool because I don't want it to go in orange hot because it'll stick to stuff. Ooh, that's so pretty. Okay, and then I'm going to stick it in my kiln. Hey, boop. There you are. And close the door. And she's in there. Okay. Thank you so much, Randy. You're a exceptionally good camera person. Now I'm gonna take a break for a bit because my face hurts. We're all gonna get 3rd-degree burns. Be safe, you guys. Fire bad. No, for reals. Oh my gosh, though. But I live for this crap. Like, I just have to find a way to keep it from turning me into a prune. A prune with a bunch of beads, though, I'm just gonna say. Let me get this untaped from the camera. Hola, sir. How's it going? Yep, time to bake. And we still have, the kiln is programmed to go for 5 more hours. So I still have quite a bit of time to make more beads today. Y'all want to see the box that Randy made me? I've got some not AirPods, they're like $20 from the checkout line at Walmart. But I got earbuds that I put in. I'm looking into getting sound canceling ones. Come on, around camera. Randy made me this box. We worked on it together, but he did the he designed the it's not an SVG, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. He designed the thingy. Okay, right on, Daniel. He designed the file that the Glowforge used to cut it out, and then we used wood that our friend Judy sent us. Yeah, we're gonna have bad lag, sorry. That's just life now. You can also make stringers by getting a big blob of glass and pulling that with tweezers. Right on. Yeah. My favorite anime series. Does Avatar The Last Airbender count? I know that that's not like proper anime, but it is one of my favorite animated series.
Words are hard.
Uh-huh. Okay. That's these are all the all the different glass colors that we have to choose from. Naruto's okay.
Make them like that. You understand?
Let me see. That's a good idea, Randy.
Yep.
You want? Oh, I'm gonna have to. I'll have to. Yeah.
You understand the pattern?
I think so. Like kind of swirling off in that direction,
Yeah.
and then off in that direction.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to get a lot better at stringer work to be able to do that.
Goodness, who this person?
What are they saying?
Sword Art Online, One Piece. Man, they type fast. One Punch
Man. I do really like One Punch Man, honestly. Became animator. I really like Dragon Ball is probably the one that I'll watch. I could watch that every day until the end of my life. DBZ is okay. I like it up until the Boo Saga. No, up until the Cell Saga. And then I like some of the stuff in the Boo Saga, but it's nice to have on in the background while crafting. I liked Bleach up until like episode 110. So I don't know. But I don't know. There's so many things that I like about a lot of these animes. Beastars is your favorite? I haven't watched that yet. We haven't had an opportunity. What's the one? Demon King?
What?
Is that what we were watching?
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer. No, Demon King's something else. Yeah, One Punch Man, it's pretty cool. Like, even if you're not hard into anime, One Punch Man is just his just deadpan. Oh, Dragon Ball Super? No, I don't know. Not to be this way, but they only brought half their butt on the animation for Dragon Ball Super. I've never watched an anime. Just a lot of yelling, a lot of juvenile humor. We actually just finished watching all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that part of my life back. Like, Cerise is offended. um,
So,
what's up?
on the diagram I drew you,
Yes.
I don't mean stringer work. I mean, like, if you took your tungsten pick and did it.
Yeah. And again, I think and I'm not saying this because I want you to buy me a new torch, Randy.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm just saying that if I had a torch that went into a finer point, I could pinpoint that spot and drag it a little bit better.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Not made of money.
Me neither, ho. Oh, an apple. Deku's the best, yeah. I just found out my 13-year-old is watching My Hero Academia. I never knew how graphic it can be. Yeah. But there's very rarely anything worse in an anime than what you'll hear people say or talk about on a school bus. And it's like also, I don't know. I don't really get to talk about like opinions and stuff, but I feel like for the amount of violence that I personally have been exposed to through media from such a young age, I'm like, how on earth is seeing boobies jiggle or people kissing worse than me seeing all these
sound effects?
Yeah, butts having sound effects. What was that? High School
the Dead or something?
of the Dead, or is that the dolls that? I don't know. But how is that worse than seeing how many thousands of people and critters getting slaughtered on the Avengers movies and stuff, and people are taking their kids to that like hand over fist. So it's, I don't know. I think if you're letting your kids watch shows where people are punching each other to death, is it really that bad if there's like boobies jiggling? I don't know.
Jan?
Do what?
Is it right, Jan?
What did Jan say? Kids at junior high are so worried about being gay straight. Yeah. No, when I was 13, I was like, I don't remember. What was I doing when I was 13? I don't remember.
I wanted to go see the Godzilla movie, and that was a terrible movie.
That was a terrible movie. The Godzilla with Ferris Bueller in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was my 13.
Hey, Sam Dog. Not gonna lie, when I was 13, my dad died. I just remembered that. So it's like, I hated being 13. I'm so glad that I'm not 13 anymore. I watched the whole of Ari, the one with the kid trapped in a robot. That's like 30 animes, Kathy. Like just a suit of armor. That's Full Metal Alchemist, and that one's very good. I like Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Brotherhood.
I mean, it could have been Evangelion.
Growing up's always been complicated. Being an adult's complicated, Jane. I'm not going to get too much into the nitpicky of how people decide to go about it. Oh, goodness, Metatron. My only friend died when I was 13. Not a good year. That's a rough age. The kid trapped in a robot. Oh my god. That's amazing. What's another anime? I don't know. Manai says, oops, I was on Top Chat. Look into a minor burner torch. It would be perfect for you. Right on. See, I don't even know what that means, Ashley, so I'll Google it. I'm gonna write down. Sam, remember minor burner torch for me, please. Thank you. I love you. You're a good boy. Look at that good boy. Who currently is cancer free. Do you want some apple? Are you allowed to eat apples?
I hope so. It's in his treats.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Ah, you done messed up.
Does he want some apple? Sam? Will you split that out and give some to Z? I'll give you some of this cheese. How about that, buddy? He is a precious boy, Nan. Bottle miner burn. They're cheap and perfect for what you're doing. Right on. Okay, cool. My daughter sat with me and we binge watched for a whole weekend. I'm using my age as a reason. Right on. Yep. Sam is 100% back to normal. Acting neglected. Ooh. Taking up the whole bed. All day long.
Oh my goodness.
Don't
even get started.
So what do I make next? Pea and ham soup. Oh, that sounds good, Daniel. I actually love peas. It seems an unpopular opinion, but I love peas. Like, I've actually been hankering for some split pea soup. And I don't honestly know if I've ever had any in like the past like 20 years. Polymer clay, says Letty. Not with an open wound. Which didn't look that open, but dang. I got some, last night we were eating dinner and I was eating like salty potatoes because those are the best. And I got some potato salt in my boo-boo and then I licked it. So I got slobbery potato salt in my boo-boo and I was like, ah! I was 13, world could have stopped and I wouldn't have known it. I had the most wonderful horse that I lived on and all the farm animals to play with. Brenda, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds like heaven. Kathy, well, I'm really glad you... Bye, Jane. Have fun doing your schooling. Ooh, really? I'm gonna have to find some recipes and try it out. Okay, I think it's been 3 hours and 40 minutes. Fresh peas and potatoes cooked together with cream and butter. I think I like anything with cream and butter. Isn't that keto coffee that has cream and butter in it?
Yes.
Ooh.
Hey, what happened to my tea glass?
Split peas, red lentils, and a small gammon joint. Hey, Carol. What are you guys all doing out there? And just got on. We've been making some lampwork glass here in the studio, which is my old living room. So I'm pretty pleased with the transformation. We have our polymer clay corner, polymer clay and resin that needs tidied up. We have our lampwork. Drastically. When has anything in this house ever not needed cleaned up, though? I mean, honestly. And then wire wrapping and soldering and beading corner. And then we have in here, just as an update, quick little tour for, oh, my leather station super duper needs tidied up.
It's got Mama Salty's picture.
It does have Mama Salty's picture on it. And then that's Randy's station where he does stuff. Hey, Randy. Say hey, Randy.
Hey, Randy.
I love you. And then that's shipping and processing stuff. More shipping and processing stuff and auction stuff. And then we still
have to clean up that room a bit.
I know, but wait, I'm just looking at the piano.
Yeah.
This is going to be fused glass one day when there's not a piano there. And then in here, y'all might not actually recognize, we had tidied up the floor. There's Ethel being Ethel. Right next to Barbie being Barbie. There's the glow forge with a bunch of bubble wrap on it.
Essential.
It is essential. There's some food overflow right next to some silicone. And then our paint closet. And then leather storage. All haphazardly stacked up. Don't be surprised, you guys, if I die under a stack of my own crafty crap. Like, that's how I'm going to end. And then, because I just stack this crap up. Like, that's held up with 2 toy wooden swords. Like, legit. Do what?
Don't knock it.
Don't knock it, he says. I struggle to play the piano. I enjoy it. I'm not very good. And the piano is so out of tune. It has 2 cracks going from one corner of the soundboard to the other. So it will not hold tune for more than like about half an hour. It seemed to be the guy tuned it, and then we sat and chatted for a bit, and then he played it one more time before he left, and he was like, all of that work I just did is undone. And I was like, okay. So, but I do have aspirations one day to be a slightly better musician. I've played the flute since like 5th grade, but
You didn't show off your front porch.
which part of the front porch? Oh, the ventilation system?
Yeah.
Or the planks? And that is the newest thing, the newest addition, is we can now, and I can move this over to vent whenever we're soldering, but you can see out there on the porch is this huge fan and silencer, and I'm very pleased about that. I can't directly make stuff with it, but it will keep me from dying a horrible death of heavy metal poisoning and blast fumes in my lungs. So, oh, thanks, Alyssa. I'm so glad that you're like, oh, beautiful organization, because it's like, this is such a stress mess to me sometimes that I'm like, I need to just tidy things up. Maddie's good. We checked with her. Thanks for asking, Lydia. Everybody that we texted, I still have a couple friends in Huntsville that I haven't texted yet to see if they're doing okay, but from what we saw online, it didn't really look like the storms hit them.
Garrett, I heard that from Garrett.
Oh yeah,
they're fine. They've got
okay.
Power and everything. And he lives
Cool.
like 5 minutes down the road from Christina.
That's true. But it's still nice just to check in.
Yeah.
And I miss her. I haven't talked to her in a week or so. So, but yeah, Maddie's good. We don't get to kidnap her until June, I think. So, I missed her so bad. Not yesterday. Maybe like I missed her yesterday too. But a couple days ago, I missed her so bad. I was just walking around the house just crying. Like the house is so empty without her in it. Like I don't know how to. Sorry, hit paste to sending recipe to daughter. Was there a recipe? I want to see it. What's the recipe? Homemade chicken soup. Kilogram of chicken wings, 3 potatoes, cup of... It never occurred to me to use chicken wings in soup. That'd probably be really yummy. Cup of mixed veg, onion, and they pot cover with boil an hour, and then toss in 2 cubes of stock and add corn flour to thicken. That does sound really good. Oh no, and I just ate. Oh. Because I'm like, I could eat again. Oh, that's the neighbors talking. Okay. It has been nice having the extended time today. I have to run though. Have a good night. Bye, Mary Hart. I have not seen the mailman. Yeah, it is almost 6 o'clock. I don't think he's coming. What day is it? It's Tuesday. It's like a government holiday or something. Did someone eat him? Or kidnap him? I don't know where the mailman is. Beep boop. They break up really easily, that's fair. I just had soup, right? Okay, but I think we're gonna go. I'm gonna get back to torch and stuff. Hopefully try to tidy up a bit. Actually, we have a tutorial in the works for these guys. Whoa. That was me throwing those. Super durable. Pooped a little. Jeez.
Oh my god.
We have a tutorial coming out for these. I was trying to catch the flash on camera. Not like the superhero, but the labradorite flash. There it goes. Threw it on the ground. Hey, Sam. I'm glad he wasn't sitting there a second ago and I hit the dog with the thing. But yeah, it'll be not just how to set that bezel, but how to then wire wrap it into something like this. So we've been working on that tutorial for like 2 weeks. Whoopsie. Hey, buddy. And then also doing a tutorial on wire wrapping these guys. So we do have more tutorials coming eventually. We do have previews of them whenever we get them made on Patreon, as well as we'll feature you and stuff. If you're a patron, are you sure you shouldn't be handling a torch? I don't touch the torch at all except for to light it, so that's fine. I can't drop the torch. But yeah, lots of new stuff in the works. I'm very excited about lampwork glass, and it feels really good to be just up to my ears in learning. And it's just super stimulated and super inspired and just soaking up as much as I can. So if any of y'all have any tips or advice or different things for lampwork glass or anything really, I'd love to hear from you, because I've learned way more from y'all, I feel like, than I could ever teach. So but yeah, we will be having a patron exclusive live stream on Saturday. And that's for our $1 and up patrons. So if you guys like what we do and want to hang out more, it's just $1 a month, but you get at least 4 live streams a month every Saturday. So quarter a live stream. So, and that does a lot for us too, that kind of support and just getting to hang out with you guys. But Daniel says I'm gonna go raid the fridge again. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay 6 feet apart, and we will see y'all in our next video. So until then, you guys, happy crafting. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. Bye.